Welcome everybody to the stretch run. It's Oldy, it's Justin. It's another Saturday of racing action leading up to the Breeders' Cup here. Justin, how you doing?
Well, my technology is having serious problems. So the screen makes up about a quarter of, not even, it makes up about a sixth of the screen right now. So the chat is bigger than the actual screen, which I don't know why. StreamYard done something, but I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Doing all right. Looks like we got Keeneland race 5 a minute away here. And then Woodbine race 5 as well, where you have one of my top plays of the day at Woodbine coming up, the 7 Twist of Sugar. Scrat, Scott Free, Gary, Joe, Allen. Welcome here. Justin, do you have any, do we want to skip Keeneland, go right to Woodbine here?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, I'm going to run the race sim for everybody.
They
Well,
have to make the World Series first, so we will see. One more win, hopefully.
so it's interesting. My second choice here is not getting bet at all, which is the 1, the Scotty Long shot there for Mark Cassie. I would strongly consider a 7-1, 1-7 exacta here. Seven Twist of Sugar has a big pace advantage. Should get out the door pretty easily. The 1, a first-time starter that Cassie shipped in from Keeneland, and I'm sure they didn't pay to ship in from Keeneland if this horse isn't live. The morning line has a 9-2 number on it, and it's currently sitting at 20-1.
All right. I got my technology at least figured out. We're doing a lot better, Oldie.
All right.
Okay. Best bet here, Oldie. I got some best bets coming up too. A Gulfstream. I thought I had some best bets earlier as prices, but
Yeah, so I have 2 levels of best bets. I have top play and best bet. This is a top play, which is one step below the best bet. The best bet's the 2 horse that we talked about in the Ontario Derby on
yeah.
the preview show.
Yeah, we got some good races today. Keeneland, Gulfstream, couple stakes at Gulfstream, right? Some stakes at Woodbine, Santa Anita. Willie, good to see you, buddy. Willie, I feel like Willie's your Woodbine counterpart, Oldie.
He plays some Woodbine. He plays a lot of the tracks that I play. He plays Laurel as well.
Yes, we get they Laurel. We that was a great weekend last weekend for Maryland
Yeah,
Millions, huh?
for sure. And that their card's not bad today. They have some big fields, but we're almost done there already. We got 4 races left there. But I mean, even this race coming up at Laurel in 9 minutes, it is a pretty full field. All right, we can take a look.
So 7-horse speed. What we got? 3-2, Oldie.
We're getting 3-2 right now on the 7. The other possible speed here is the 3, the Scotty Long shot. But this horse has shown speed going longer. So I'm not sure, and the system doesn't, even the race sim doesn't think that it will be that close to the 7 early. And again, I like this one horse shipping in from Keeneland with that horse. You have the big work at Ellis, and they shipped it up to Woodbine for its first start here, going 5 furlongs. It's Mark Casse. He's 19% at this meet.
I think he's like 0 for 15 currently at Gulfstream, Oldy.
That doesn't surprise me, though.
He just doesn't win that. He puts all his good horses up at Woodbine.
And to some extent, he aims for the Saratoga meet as well. So,
Yeah.
This is kind of not when his horses are going to be fully souped up yet. But here we go. Let's take a, unless you have an opinion here you want to share.
No, I didn't. I actually kind of thought it was a tough race, but I hope you're right on your 7. I like the values on the 1, obviously. So, I don't know, maybe a 7-1 exacta for fun would be probably what I'm just gonna throw a couple bucks on it, but
that was exactly
the morning
my thought.
line at 9-2 off 10-1, and you're getting 15-1. The horse 11% to win, so there's definitely value there. There's a little value on the 3 as well, but that is a big pace advantage for the 7.
Yeah.
Is ahead Boldy by nearly 3 lengths at
Heading
the
across
second
now to
call.
the bet 365 in a turf. This race at 5 furlongs on the inside course is under 2 minutes from now, and the favorite is the 7, Twist of Sugar, 9-5.
I do think the 8 probably can run too, Oldie. I just thought this was a tough maiden.
Yeah, I didn't like the works on the. I didn't think that there were really anything special on the 8. They're okay. We'll see. I'm curious, as to how that horse runs. The one that took money early, but now isn't, that surprised me was the Yalpan, this elusive Yalpan, the 5 for Attard, which, Attard being 24% with first-time starters made sense, but Yalpans haven't been good on the turf.
Well, I like 7-1-8, but not really in much order. And I guess maybe the 3 can run a little bit, but I don't really like that horse because it hasn't been winning. That's where a horse like the 8 or 1 had some interest for me, just being firsters.
Yeah. I gotta tell you, I don't like in race 7. I don't like the favorite. Burnt a ton of money. So if you're looking at a pick 3, if you can toss that 1 there and get somebody else, you could come up with something that pays pretty well. Let's just see what we come up with here.
When does the Woodbine meet close?
A check of the bet.
November.
2-1 Twist of Sugar.
Still a while still.
Much in demand.
It lines up pretty decently with when Oakland starts.
Party Central, 5-1. Likely Story taking a little bit more money now. Undercover Agent 8-1 and Alluring Amy 9. So they're moving in. Mauna Loa has the inside gate. One of the first timers in the field. Going up is Elusive Yarpon, who's also a first-time starter, as is Sammy the Shark. Gray. And
Sammy the Shark.
As they start to file in with Mauna Loa, a little bit of assistance rendered and has gone in. It is the turn of Party Central. Undercover Agent also coming forward for the DJ Stable ownership. And Mark Casse, the trainer. Undercover Agent at 7-1 odds. Twist of Sugar. Now settling. Further into the gate goes Alluring Amy, and out wider is Likely Story. The last, My Husband's
It's a likely
Genius.
story.
The outside runners, both first-timers, stand by for a start. There's Juan Flores with My Husband's a Genius. Goes up. They're set to run. Locked. Off their race. And back to last, Sammy the Shark, undercover agent, raced out in front with Alluring Amy from Twist of Sugar and Mauna Loa the inside. Likely Story going up on the outside of Elusive Yopon. In behind them came Party Central. Next to last, My Husband's a Genius. And last is Sammy the Shark. Undercover agent by a length, Twist of Sugar. On the inside, Mauna Loa. One away, Alluring Amy. Likely Story off the outside, facing the breeze. On the rails, Elusive Yopon making ground. And then came My Husband's a Genius. Party Central gaining the rail. And last is Sammy the Shark. The top three well ahead, undercover agent from Twist of Sugar. Mauna Loa's creeping closer on the inside. Couple away now, three in fact, Alluring Amy. Likely Story trying to make ground the outside, and up the rails, Elusive Yopon. Mauna Loa crying out for room, and the setter's coming. Mauna Loa going up on the outside to tackle undercover agent. Up the rails, Elusive Yopon, then Twist of Sugar. Out wider, Alluring Amy, and here's Elusive Yopon coming. Mauna Loa.
Get him,
Mauna
one!
Loa narrowly. Elusive
I did
Yopon on
play
the
it.
inside. Mauna Loa from Elusive Yopon.
Win
And that's
place
how they
on the
finish.
one.
Mauna Loa the winner.
I'll take
Elusive
that.
Yopon second. Third is undercover agent. Behind them was Alluring Amy and Likely Story. Time for the race is 56.90.
How good is that, Oldie? Top GSR, second pick, 9-2 morning line, and you get 10
Again, he
to
was
1.
and he was going to send a horse from Keeneland to Woodbine that wasn't ready to run. That wouldn't have made sense. Keep it. Why would you pay to ship it?
Yeah, that was outstanding. That was incredible. Nice run for sure.
So good way, at least for me to sit after. Unfortunately, my pick 5 died in the last leg because I thought this pick 5 was going to pay, and I was only 1-7 there.
Well, 10-1 winner.
Oh, we can boom that, can't we?
Do you know what kind of a berm it was? The exploding kind.
All right, we headed to Laurel.
Yeah, we can head to Laurel. Did you want to go to your screen, or you want me to keep?
Oh, I'm happy to do it here. So, 12-5. Everybody won once, Oldie. We only got about a minute. You watched the video. So not. I didn't think necessarily. This is not a great group. I expanded. Let's watch the race sim real quick. There's a bunch of 1%ers. The 6 horse at 4-1. The 8 taking action. Not surprising. 6 horse did look like speed, Oldie, though. The 2 looked cheap. Yeah. 1 wasn't taking any money. And then you had the outsiders here. These outside boasts. 9 not taking action, but the 8 and 10. 6 horse, I think, will probably be game, though. You can see on the race sim just keeps going. Everybody else backs up, Oldie. And 10 barely wins. I mean, I thought it was kind of between the, maybe the 3 has a look. I mean, Lightning Boss, they went 8. Now they go to 8.5. This horse been over at Parks and, was just gelded, but that De La Paz, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Torrey Alba rides, and then on the 10, right, we have Barbosa. He's only hitting at 10%, 4% trainer, though, Oldie. The win percent does go up, but, I mean, they couldn't win here as a 40 as the favorite. I never like seeing that, but second time off the layoff, you can see, second time off the trainer change, 0 for 16 with the new EquinEdge stats, right? So yeah. I went to the 10, the second pick, Oldie. Not huge confidence, but I thought would run a big race. Amazing Bernie, probably have a little bit of a look too on the drop. Ran well, 2 back. That was kind of where else, I was kind of between 6 and 8. I didn't necessarily like the 10.
Yeah, I was 6'8". I'm sorry, 6'10", and then I had a long shot look on the 1. So I'd be 6-10-1. And I believe they're going in the gate.
Oh yeah, I'll post over. Luis, numero siete,
In line.
the favorite.
And they're off. Fableman got a good start. Uncle Giorgio inside is repeating, of course, with early zip. Repeating, of course, from that rail draw onto a narrow lead from Uncle Georgie into the turn run. Fableman now settles it in third. Right of Rush advancing on the inside within 2 of the lead. Lightning Boss is fifth in the Red Silks, 3-4 wide around the turn. Vino Vidi Vici is followed by Amazing Bernie is over to save ground. And next on the outside as they move down the backstretch is Birre Vino Boulevard. Birre Vino Boulevard is 7 to make up early and trailing the field with the full honors as well back. It is repeating, of course, repeating, of course, repeating, of course, is the leader. The leader by 2. Uncle Georgie just second. Inside is Right of Rush, Lightning Boss. They're all in the chase from the second flight of runners. Biravino Boulevard is next. Then in between rivals, Fableman. Vino Vidi Vici ridden along but losing a spot or 2. Here's Amazing Bernie who's still got 9 to come, and it's another 10 or 11 lengths back with full honors trailing the field. Into the far turn, repeating, of course, is the leader by 2. Right of Rush is second. Biravino Boulevard tries to fire up a run, and so too Amazing Bernie is following that move, is moved into fourth as Amazing Bernie. They race to the top of the stretch. Repeating, of course, Biravino Boulevard driven on the outside. Right of Rush at the rail is racing third. Then Amazing Bernie is next in fourth, and Fableman out wide in fifth. They're into the stretch. Repeating, of course, 3 pursuers. And the far outside, Amazing Bernie has a bit of kick. Amazing Bernie comes to even terms of Repeating, of course, is back second. Then Biravino Boulevard a bit flat in third, and Right of Rush down to the inside fourth, and they're close to home. Amazing Bernie and Jorge Ruiz. They're clear at the end. Amazing Bernie for 3 lengths from Repeating, of course. Then it was Biravino Boulevard and Right of Rush.
Who won, Oldy? Sorry,
I missed the number there. Hold on. Looks like it was it was either the 8 or my long shot look, the 1 there.
Minute 47.50.
yeah, A1, I think.
I got a horse for everybody in the last at Belmont that's 5-1. By the way, the 3 of its 4 victories have come at the distance. It's Carlos David. It won last time out against Similar at the distance at Aqueduct, the 10 horse, who's 5-1 on the morning line in race 11 at Aqueduct. If you're looking for something to single in the late pick 5 there.
A wins. Your long shot got second, though, I think, Oldie.
8, 1, 10, and 4.
Yeah, 8-1-10. Yeah. They're beat the 10. Thanks,
Amazing Bernie and Jorge Ruiz, 2 wins. Jorge Ruiz.
A-Horse wasn't in the picks, Oldie, but made a lot of sense there. We covered the 7th here at the Big A. Yeah. I can. This is a stakes race, so we'll definitely jump here. This was the one with Griselda, Oldie. And let me see, where are they at? They're still approaching the gate, so let me. You and I covered this yesterday.
Yes, we did. And we both like the 5 horse here.
Yeah, ready for Candy. This is the favorite, 2-1 though, but I mean, made sense. I was 5-7-8. You were 5-8-6, if I remember.
Yeah, I like that other Chad Brown. There, the 6. I also think with the way the pace maybe settles out here, this 2 horse has an interesting look.
Bast Market. 6 is big closer there. 5 holds on, comes 5-7-6. I would love to see that. Somewhere like that. 5-7, 5-6. 5's currently even money.
Or 1-1.
$200,000, 31st lane, mile. And a date, on the inner turn.
I still think Love Like Lucy going to be tough. Only 16% to win, but did look tough here. They're loading. Good luck. Let me get the sound for us.
Whiz.
Thank you, Greg. Here is Ready for Candy going in.
I want to tell you both. Good luck.
Pretty picture. Pretty picture loading. Now bringing Griselda forward. Flavian Pratt. Paradise City. Manny Franco and last to load.
Screen. And the girls are pretty.
Elliott to the outside. It's a grade 2, $200,000. The Sands Point. All set. And they're off. Breaking very outward was Decadent. Paradise City is showing early speed. Down towards the inside, when Infinity is going to get squeezed here and shuffled back. At the rail is going to be Boca Queen, is going to be in the early fray. So it's Paradise City now with a head in front of Boca Queen as they come out of the chute. Trying to slow things down, Paradise City. Manny Franco is now going to get over to the rail and just steady at the pace. And it's going to be Paradise City with Boca Queen switching towards the outside here in second. Ready for Candy in a perfect spot in third. Just moving right along for Ricardo Santana Jr. And they're bunched in behind that third place runner. With at the rail comes Griselda moving forward towards the outside Fast Market. Back in sixth is going to be Winfinity. Got squeezed at the start. Now going to be towards the back end of the field with Pretty Picture, and the trailer is Decadent. On the front end, Paradise City with a neck advantage, 49.32 was that half-mile time. That opening quarter, 23.61. 49.32, an easy pace for Paradise City, a half length in front of Boca Queen. Ready for Candy, no excuses. At the rail in third, just behind them, Fast Market. Winfinity starts to move from the back. Griselda's losing some ground, is now back to sixth. The two trailers, Pretty Picture and Decadent, into the far turn. Paradise City is in front. Boca Queen ready to pounce, and here comes Boca Queen and Kendrick Carmouche on the move. Ready for Candy, patiently ridden, nowhere to go yet. At the rail, ground-saving Journey in third. As they turn for home, Paradise City is in front. Ready for Candy.
Come on.
Looking for a way out. Boca
Come on, 5.
that seam, and Paradise
576.
Ready for Candy in full pursuit.
Wow,
Fast
two running
Market. Here comes
huge.
Fast Market also. Down to the inside, Ready for Candy with a neck advantage. Fast Market continues to give her game chase.
526.
To the outside, Fast Market. Ready for Candy won the Sands Point. Fast Market second, then came Pretty Picture. Then there was a photo. Give it to Boca Queen over Paradise City in 1 minute 49.44 seconds.
Well, that's a winner for the preview show, though.
Even money, Willie. Even money. All right, we're headed to Gulfstream. Oldy, you want to grab Gulfstream video real quick just so we can see where they're at? The I thought you could. I like some horses throughout the sequence. I'll show a really cheap pick 3. There's video. We got 1 minute to post. The two's the favorite. Made a lot of sense. A lot of the horses can't win in this race, I thought. So, but the two made sense. This is my cheap pick 3. It's $2. It's $1 base. 2-1-3-5. I love the 1 in the next race, Oldies. So I one stop pick in the next race, I think sits a great trip, gets off some sloppy tracks. This is kind of a very weak, maiden though. If you wanted to add others, you could see I cut the 3, 4, 5. If you wanted to do a little bit spreading. I was 2-1-10 here in the first, Oldie. I do think the 1 and 10 probably can run if the 2 falters. But and then the race 9, race 8's the stakes race for the fillies. So, but
yeah, no, and I thought I agree with you that I had a long shot look on the 10 here.
Okay, like so that was my third pick. I thought the 10 could set the trip. So maybe play probably more like this. And if you want to play it for a few more bucks and play it cheaper, you could. But then the 2-horse 0 for 6 is taking a drop. Come on. Comes out of 46s, makes a lot of sense. Hasn't won, but Orsino Torres, there's not a lot of speed here, Oldie, other than the 2 and the 7. The 7 dropping in GSR on the Tapeta, the 8 also. The 10 sits the trip or the 1, I felt like, if the 2 stops. In race 7, I like pure class. The 3 and 6 both have looks. There's not a ton of speed, but I do like that Amicio gets on the 1 for Fox. Only 13%, but that's okay. I mean, it's allowance. Both these races here in race 7 were both on sloppy tracks. So I like that they get back to a dry track. 6.5, always tricky. And you have 2 great 7 furlong efforts here prior to the layoff. So I don't as much worry about the loss here as a favorite since it was in the mud. And then before that was in the slop. They also went 8 there and gets back to 7. You can see that, he ultimately has been very successful at 7 furlongs, Oldie. If we go over the GSR tab, has 2 wins, tries and hit the board 4 times. So, and then there's question marks on the 3 and 6 for me. I mean, they're both going to be up front here in race 7. I think that they're both going to be forwardly placed, and I think the 1 can sit the trip. The 3's got layoff lines all over. Comes out of Saratoga, didn't run, big drops. Perez not great. Delgado okay. I mean, fits. And then the 6, was the other. Does, DeBona do well route to sprint? You can see that in the stats. Miggy rides. He's leading at the meet, but going to be a heavy favorite. And I just thought, you look here, both these were at 8 furlongs and 6.5, ran at 7 and didn't win here. I think the 6 might need the lead, and I'm not sure the 6 will get the lead because I think Edgar Perez might send on the 3. And that's why I think it might set up for Jaramillo on the 1, and I think we get the best price. So that's how I saw it. Any other? They're jumping over here onto the Tapeta. Any other thoughts? Do you think?
No, I think you have that right. I don't love the 6 there either. At 7, Miggy and DeBona are 30%, so keep that in your back pocket there. But I thought you could play against and then play against Mythical in the next because of the wide post and possibly make some money here.
I also played the daily double, just because the pick 3, we are playing into the stakes race for Philly 2-year-olds. Oldie and I, we'll talk about this, but this post from out here, you'll see in my notes, 0 for 106 from the 9 post out since January of 2025. The 12 does get 2 scratches inside, so it does move into the 10 post. That helps. But there's speed that's going to come from the 5. The 2's going to have speed. You can watch on the race sim. The 2 will show speed. The 5 with Zaya's Love Like Lucy, Oldie, we talked about her. She's going to be the real deal. So I think you can beat the 12. So, all right, they're loading. Let's hop over to Mr. Pete Aiello.
At the gate. It's Owl Post time. Moving in for race number 6. Valiant Winter and Coffee at KJ's have the inside 2 gates. They're also the 2 betting leaders currently. Flying Ash getting ready now. Here's Fly Commander.
The old Fly Commander
Marcos
play.
Meneses for Gerard Ochoa. 7-1 chance he is, as one more Duke in the Blackacre Farm colors under Jackie Luis Fuenmayor. Draw on the outside, NBS stable represented with Time for Restraint. Some key contenders here, all coming off some form of layoff. Draw on the outside, Time for Restraint will complete the line. They're at the post. excellent start for Loud Applause, who heads off for the early advantage. Sent Hard is Baby Back, also mixing it up. Coffee at KJ's. Valiant Winter makes it a party, and so does One More Duke. It's a logjam for the early lead. From behind the speed, that's Fly Commander getting over from the outside. Time for Restraint. The two at the back include Flying Ash and Valid Sense. Past the half-mile marker and moving to the far turn, it's now Loud Applause, who comes away from that early scrum with a 2.5-length lead. On the far outside, it's Time for Restraint. From the rail, Baby Back. One More Duke is next. Valiant Winter's the gray. Coffee at KJ's gets started on the outside. 1.5 to Fly
Ken's
Commander,
getting a
then
great
Valid
trip.
Sense and Flying Ash. They run to the
That's
top
what
of
we
the stretch.
thought, though.
Loud Applause has the lead with a wall of pursuers.
Come on, 10, get
From
him.
between horses, here's Valiant Winter getting off the inside. Farther out, Coffee at KJ's.
Somebody
From
catch
between
this horse.
horses, One More Duke. They come past the 8th pole. Miguel Vasquez trying to get one more furlong from Loud Applause. His strides are shortening. He's 2 in front.
7
Coffee at
gonna win.
KJ's. Valiant Winter 2nd and 3rd, but Loud Applause is clear to the wire. Loud Applause to win it. Coffee at KJ's was 2nd. Valiant Winter ran 3rd. Then One More Duke and Valid Sense in 105 and 1.
We're hopping right, Oldy, to more stakes racing. Keeneland, we can listen in. Let's watch the racing. We got 2 minutes to post, and then we can jump to the buying after that.
Yeah, this was that interesting race that I can't believe Captain Cook's 2-5 though.
That was my top pick. I mean, you know, Owen Almighty, I think I want, well, so let's watch the race sim and then I'll get the video. We still have 2 minutes, so you should mute here. The 2 horse gonna show speed, but I think that horse way outclassed Oldie.
Agreed.
Bobby B has Barnes here. So Captain Cook wins the race sim. I know that's where I went on top. What's why don't you talk about Owen Almighty though? Because didn't you have the 4 on top?
I did have the 4 on top. Winner of the Tampa Bay Derby, has a win at 7, really 2 wins at 7, but was DQ'd, was much the best in that race. You know, and had a issue at the top of the stretch, or actually turning for home, that caused the DQ there. For Brian Lynch, I had 2nd off the layoff. I'm throwing the previous 7 furlong effort at Charlestown out because that was 2 turns. And I just think Owen Almighty is a sprinter and is going to, by Speightstown, is going to love the cut back to 7 furlongs in 1 turn here.
Yeah, you could see here, just, you know, Charlestown, I just scrapped that race, right? And then has all these 2-turn efforts, right, Oldie, to finally get back here. Actually won, but was DQ'd. I mean, has definitely run some good races up front. That was my biggest concern, but, you know, definitely has talent. You can see here, 1 back-to-back races for Lynch, both times sitting off the pace, sprinting, right? So maybe can get back to that today.
Well, and Lynch did not want to run this horse in the Kentucky Derby, and the ownership group did. So it was kind of like a revenge thing for him to prove to them that the horse didn't want that kind of distance. I think it was actually not the Kentucky Derby, but the might have been the Bluegrass.
All right, they are loading.
No, it was the Derby.
Looks like Captain Cook with Mr. Ortiz going to go off as the favorite here.
Walks up. Goes in. They're at the post. The rough in the Perryville. There's Taylor's version from the inside. Owen Almighty is right there. Here's Barnes now kicking in from between horses to move up. Taylor's version has the lead. Barnes draws alongside. Owen Almighty, Captain Cook, and Rolando further out as they head up the back stretch. Taylor's version, the leader.
Wow, they look to be going quick.
It's the best start I've seen out of Barnes in a while.
Third up on the outside by a length. Captain Cook side by side at the back with Rolando. As they quick off the end of the backstretch, 21.69 seconds the time for the opening
It's a
quarter.
fast
Taylor's
7
version, the
furlong
leader.
time.
Taylor's version leads it by 3/4 of a length. Barnes is second between horses, same margin. Owen Almighty wide to the far turn. In third position, a length and a half. Captain Cook is still fourth down toward the inside as they round the far turn. And Rolando is last. Barnes is putting ahead in front. Taylor's version still there to the inside. Barnes to the outside. And that pair will come to the top of the stretch, contesting the lead. A gap of 5 lengths. Captain Cook is fighting his way up the inside, but still in third position. Owen Almighty, then Rolando. Barnes has the lead. Captain Cook tries to get going, still 4 lengths away. Owen Almighty's there to the outside. They're all chasing Barnes. Barnes into the final furlong of the Perryville. Barnes by 5. Back to Captain Cook. Owen Almighty. It is all Barnes. Jose Ortiz, much the best in the Perryville. Barnes to win it. Captain Cook was home second. Owen Almighty third. Rolando fourth. And Taylor's version fifth.
Well, Barnes gets Perryville 8-5, second choice. So the Bobby B able to race in Kentucky and gets the win.
And maybe has that horse figured out now. We'll see.
Yeah, or maybe not a great group, but yes, maybe. I mean, it wasn't the strongest group. I mean, it was a 76 strength of race, but I mean, Owen Almighty and Captain Cook are nothing outstanding, but yeah, oh, maybe he figured it out, like you said.
Yeah.
All right. Woodbine race 6.
You want to start with the race sim here. I thought this was a spread race. And looks like the batters feel that way too when the favorite currently is at 4-1. Dudmore Beach, the 3, got bet first time out and has some hot works, but didn't really get out of the gate. She reigns for Cassie. There's 2 Cassie second time starters, but I actually really thought the 1 Beautiful Things, the long shot for Kevin Attard, had a big look here.
Well, good price, Oldy, right? 8-1.
Yeah. Works look not click, but quick. Easy for somebody else to say.
This is a good one back here, Oldy. Dave Duncan joined our coaching class on Wednesday and talks about anytime with an old work for a firster, when they can drop below 12 seconds on average per furlong, right? So in that case, 12 times 6 is 36, and that horse then worked a 35 and 6. Then they know they got something, right? My trainer used to tell me that too. And then I don't pay as much attention to all this stuff because they already know what they have, right? And shows up as a firster long shot, Oldy, which wins at 14% of the time.
Yep. And if you look, the October 11th and October 4th works are exactly 12 seconds per furlong.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I like it. I'm with you here. I think has a big look. And like you said, Toner does really well with firsters, also does well with the babies you like to see too.
Yeah.
Or a Tart, sorry.
Tart, yes. He's 24% with firsters. He's 17% this meet, 21% with 2-year-olds. So I thought that horse and the other Cassie, Super Razzle Dazzle, the other Cassie second time starter, might have a look over She Reigns. I didn't like the GSR in Dudmore Beach, but the horse is working well. But slower than Beautiful Things.
I mean, not taking money either, but I guess the E-Morning line kind of had that one right.
The other live long shot is the 5 Superfly Chick.
Great name. You know what this reminds me of, Oldie? Superfly Jimmy Snuka.
Yes. Superfly.
There's your notes down there too.
Yep. But I'm going to go with the one horse here on top. Beautiful
Yeah.
Things.
I like it. Getting a good price, 7-1. This horse been running, so 2 horse, nothing special. It's taking money, but we talked about the 3 party hotline. I mean, trainer doesn't run a lot, doesn't have a ton of horses probably. The works are, in my opinion, nothing outstanding. We don't see anything back here around even close to trying to go under 12 seconds per furlong. So, Superfly Chick has a night, here, and then just been kind of working, and to your point, drops in SOR, right? And Oldie, I mean, the win percent's still pretty strong too. So
Yeah.
they knew they had talent when they jumped into a stakes race.
For sure. That on Stroke of Genius there. I didn't really like that horse all that much, but Superfly Chick for sure ran respectably in that stakes race too. It wasn't just that the horse dropped in there. It actually ran relatively well and now gets a little bit of a relief in class here. Let's take a look, see where they are here. Nearing the gate, so might be a good time to.
This looks. I like the 1 and 8 with you, Oldie.
Yeah.
I
don't really like the works on the 9. I want to like the 9 because I like the price better, but they're going in the gate right now, Justin. If we can.
Yeah, I'll flip it over.
Most experienced runner in the field is Kinsey Girl, and she goes to gate 2. Moving along next is
Sam
Wiz,
welcome. Good to see everybody. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. All right, Oldie.
So far for both Stephen Churchill and Jose Campos as Ava's Princess is ready. Now She Reigns walks up.
Little
Dunmore
action
Beach
on
to
the
gate
one
3.
as well.
Super Razzle Dazzle.
Razzle
As
Dazzle.
Party Hotline has gone in. And going forward is Superfly Chick to gate 5. Behind the gate still Super Razzle Dazzle. Lashing out a bit. There's Superfly Chick. Lady on a Mission debuting in this race.
On a
Live Oak
mission
Plantation,
and wishing.
Super Razzle Dazzle just behind the start.
Sam, good to see you.
Now call forward as Superfly Chick is ready. Patrick Husbands is into the gate now, and the last is Lady on a Mission. They'll be on their way. And they're set to run.
There's Ryan and his Munger.
Off their race. Party Hotline a bit slow, and best away with She Reigns. A good beginning in the center for Ava's Princess, and up the rail taking over Beautiful Things. Driving through is also Stroke of Genius to take a narrow advantage.
Down to 4-1.
They're the top 4. Over on the inside, Kinsey Girl from Dunmore Beach, and on the outer going ahead is Superfly Chick. 2 away, Super Razzle Dazzle. Next to last, Lady on a Mission, and the trailer is Party Hotline. Racing out in front, Stroke of Genius, a length and a half, She Reigns. 1 away, third, Beautiful Things. Ava's Princess, the center. 3 wide, Superfly Chick. Behind them, Kinsey Girl and Dunmore Beach. Off the track next, Super Razzle Dazzle. Lady on a Mission, second last, and Party Hotline making ground. Getting away here, Stroke of Genius turning up the gears, has gone out 2.5, but in second, She Reigns is staying within range, and they're out by about 2.5 again to Superfly Chick. Beautiful Things losing ground, Ava's Princess, then Kinsey Girl and Dunmore Beach. They come to the turn and still out in front. Stroke of Genius, and under pressure for the first time, She Reigns, and Stroke of Genius slips away by even more. Out by 4 lengths, Superfly Chicken on the inside. Beautiful Things and Dunmore Beach are running on as they go inside the final.
Well, one ran a good
now
race.
Coming is Beautiful Things as a danger. The leader is Superfly Chick. Beautiful Things stretching the neck out on the outside. The winner's coming up in time for Stroke of Genius. The winner's Stroke of Genius.
Should have a note on that horse.
Things, and then came Dunmore Beach or Superfly Chick. And the time 1:18:37.
Tony had the Tony, where are you coming from? What are you talking about? The 6? We love the one. Where, like, he said, boom. Where you need to inform us of these things. Where have you been?
Well, maybe he was playing a 1-6 exacta there.
Well, I know. You have the 6. You're hiding under a rock. The 6-1 exacta just probably paid
Six's first
gigantic.
stroke of genius.
He had the
Second is
6
One
to start a
Beautiful Things, a photo for
$10
show,
double, too.
6-1 and a third place photo. The opening quarter,
Well,
23
that's
flat,
my
the half
point.
mile, 46 and 1. 3 quarters, 111 and 2
Tony,
at the time, 118.
you need to share the wealth
6-1
here.
and a show photo.
The horse
All right,
was
we got-
27 to 1. The 6-1 exacta was 194 to 1, Tony. Oh.
I'll tell you, Laurel, I do like the 10 horse Cactus, who reminds me of Cactus Jack Manson, the professional wrestler.
Wow, Tony. 27 to 1 winner. Don't get those often.
And third is 3, Dunmore Beach, and fourth 5, Superfly Chick, 6-1-3-5, the unofficial order.
All right, they're going to the grass at Laurel. The turf, I mean.
That's wait, where are they going?
They're probably just wasting some more time.
Gary, I did. I'll do a ticket. I actually was just looking at the pick 6. I actually like the next 3 races. I thought I'm not playing the Sunset pick 6 today. I couldn't figure it out. I just stopped trying. I really tried. But I like we tried to go narrow last race. We'll do it again. Franco, Delaware is hard to fit in because we can't show it and it overlaps with Laurel is the only problem, Franco.
Write them, tell them to let us show the races. We'd be happy.
Yeah, but since we can show at Woodbine, Laurel, and Gulfstream, and then we got Santa Anita starting race 1 in 6 minutes. You like the 10 here, Oldie?
I like the 10 Cactus here. Top win percentage.
Nearly wins the race, Sim. The 5's taking too much money. I like it. You're getting 5 to 1. That's a good play. I think the 2 horse run a big race too, Oldie.
But the 2 horses' best win was against 50s. And you do have back form on this 10 horse against better, granted at 5, so maybe 5.5 won't be to the horse's liking, but it's first time gelding.
All right, good luck.
And Alfredo's team did put a pick 6 ticket out there too for the Rainbow Six. I saw it on Twitter today.
Oh, yeah,
they do every day. So
yeah, the last 3 races are tough. I thought.
Where's the sound though? Because I know I had that on. Oh, maybe
Bubbles, watch out, world. In the pace mix, 2 Big Daddy's Boy in great quality. And the far outside
late money
is
came in
Cactus.
on my
So
10.
4 across the track there as they move down the backstretch. Cactus on the outside, Big Daddy's Boy down to the inside. Great quality is racing 3rd position. Watch out, world settles back in 4th spot. Jolly Boss is in 5th. Bougie Bubbles is next. Has dropped some 7 lengths off the pace. Ride Diggity Dog saving ground around the far turn. Chick Ahamady racing to the rear of the field. And Great Heavens and Virginia Fitz of the the back of the pack. They make the turn for home. Cactus turns in. Cactus, long way home, more than a quarter mile of the second wire.
Come on,
Here
bang,
is
bang.
Cactus. Cactus and Geron Barbosa. They're going well by 4. Now let loose at the 316.
Come on,
Cactus
no,
in
not
front,
the 9.
as Jolly
Come on,
Boss to the
beat
inside
the
is Big
9.
Daddy's Boy battling as well. And Great Heavens is splitting rivals. Cactus with a 16th left to run. Cactus, 3.5
There's a
lead.
second winner
Cactus
already.
from Great Heavens second, and Jolly Boss third. Cactus sharp to win. Cactus from Great Heavens.
Would have liked the 6-1 better than the than what we got there at 7-2, but 7-2 was where the morning line was. That was a good floor. Did you want to pull up Anita so we can talk about race 1 here?
Here we go. Here's the race sim. Prince of Del Mar on the lead. Oh, we're not on the screen. We are on. There we go. Hold on. I will start over. Probably can move this down here. A lot of speed from the 3. Big pace square has a 37-point pace advantage, up by nearly 3 lengths.
Yeah, I think the horse got a big shot with that kind of pace advantage.
Yeah, I mean, the one being down there on the rail, never easy, doesn't have speed, so it's for sure going to have to work out a trip. But wins the race sim. You can see Prince of Del Mar does drop an SOR, Oldie, and from both those Del Mar races. Runs the best on the. I think this horse gets a lot easier of a lead, right? I mean, broke the maiden on the dirt, but the turf, no issue. It got pressed here and then back into 56, Oldie. 4 points higher, just missed after getting loose on the front end. So,
yeah, I could see it for sure.
Tony, you like the 5 at the Big A?
Tony, I like the 10 as a single in the last at the Big A. Still 2 minutes to post here at Anita. But, you could consider if you think you can get Prince of Del Mar home here, you could get a nice double to the 3 or the 5 or the first time starter, the 7 in the next. 7's got some nice notes from Mike Saletta on it too.
Lots of work notes. Strong work tab. 3 horse can be big favorite, but burn money. I'd be trying to beat this horse. Similar to race 1. That's why I didn't like the 1 here. I landed on the 3. I mean, this horse cuts back, but just keeps losing as the favorite. I mean, 1 for 14, where the 3 at least 1 for 9.
Yeah.
I think the 2 run a good race. I'm not sure about the 5 for Yakteen and Carreras, but probably run okay. But competitive race, but I do think the 3 got a big shot. They should be approaching the gate here shortly. No, not quite.
Yeah, they're a little behind today, it looks like. Let's look here. I'll pull that up full screen. Late scratch of the 6.
Yeah, that horse coming from behind, but I still think the 3 has big potential to get loose up front.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that the 1 is taking so much money, Oldie.
I agree. Seems a little heavy-handed. Tony, not a great trip on your 5. San Anita race 1, everybody. Coming up here.
It's post time. The horses have reached the starting gate. They're loading in the gate for the first at the Great Race Place. Night Out will be the first one to load. Prince of Del Mar coming forward. Prince Dolce. Last one is American Glory. We're in the gate. And they're off. Prince of Del Mar out quickly. Call Me Sir along the inside, and Volatile Storm joins them, moving up on the
Come on,
outside
3.
to take second. They're followed by Night Out, who's immediately guided a bit off the rail. American Glory keeps him inside. They're followed by Coming In a Little Hot and Prince Dolce at the back.
Not bad price, 7-2.
And it's Prince of Del Mar leading the way by almost 3 lengths to Volatile Storm in second. Call Me Sir is down at the rail, a close-up third. Then Night Out and American Glory side by side, 3 clear of Coming In a Little Hot and Prince Dolce. They swing on to the Santa Anita backstretch, and it is Prince of Del Mar leading by 2 lengths. Volatile Storm is in second. Call Me Sir holding his own at the rail third. American Glory now clearly fourth, with Night Out down at the rail, 5th past the half-mile pole, 4 lengths off the lead. 1.5 lengths Coming In a Little Hot and Prince Dolce. Into the far turn, Prince of Del Mar, 2-length advantage most of the way. Call Me Sir trying to get out of there on the inside. Volatile Storm still second. On the extreme outside, Coming In a Little Hot is making an early bid. He is now all the way up to take 4th with 1/4 mile to go. And the favorite, Night Out, gets some racing room. He's going to angle out for the drive there at the top of the stretch. He's still in tight inside, Coming In a Little Hot, as American Glory is the new leader. Coming to the 16th pole, collaring Prince of Del Mar. Call Me Sir. Night Out late. It is
Come on, battle ball.
American Glory. Night Out
No.
really getting going, but out of time. American Glory and Diego Herrera
One
set them in the opener.
one was gonna get
Night
beat.
Out was second.
Got an objection at Laurel, but not affecting our winner. Did you want to share your Rainbow 6 ticket?
Yeah, Gary here. A couple singles. Move. How much time? We probably don't have a lot of time, but I thought the late sequences were tough, or the late part of this. I had a lot more confidence. So I'll talk about the confidence so we already talked about pure class. I'm against the 3 and 6 here. So, that'd be the other players. That was 1, 3, 6. Pure class. It was in the mud and slop and back-to-back efforts. Was at 8 there. They cut back. Loss is the favorite. But again, I forgive both these efforts. And has run really best at 7 furlongs. Fox does really well. Was just gelded. Amicio rides. I think he can sit the trip here. So I thought pure class would be tough. My other single was a Shima. This race has no pace. And I mean, Shima for Santoro's a beast, man. I mean, she's hit the board in 14 of 18 with 9 wins, just dominating. You know, has won in a 64 state bred stakes on the turf going 8. They go 8.5. I don't think it'll be any issue. Has won at 8.5 on the Tapeta as well. I thought would be tough. I like the pick 3 play here too. 1-3 or 1 over the 3-5 to the 2. We talked a little bit about Oldie, the top pick here, Mythical. It's a brutal post, and I think there's other speed here. So, you know, it's so hard to win from out here on the dirt. So it's against this handicap. Good luck. I mean, the 4 is so vulnerable as a favorite. The 3 or the 5 doesn't have to win, in my opinion. I mean, I know they both are nice. They've won, but this is so competitive. I could see anybody winning this race. Complete spread, big spread in the 2-year-old. I did not use the outside post. The 10 or the 11, they're approaching the gate. So, and then 2, 3, 4, 8 in the last. And again, I think I like the 8 as a long shot here. It is the first time starter long shot. I think the 3 and 4 can win this race, but 89.60. But singles early. But I like it. It's a good sequence. I like the pick 3 too.
Yeah. I mean, I thought, especially if you can beat Mythical because of the post, that, you know, you could potentially get paid here.
Yeah, no, for sure. Let's hop over to the video. They're about to go.
Fire! Off and running. Off balance and awkward at the break was Speakeasy. Pure Class away quickly with St. Tappet right alongside. St. Tappet to the top.
Wow, 3 and 6
Speakeasy
both
is away
did.
last, moving up to
I
take
thought the
second
6
step
needed
from
the
the rail.
lead,
Pure
so
Class is third.
the 3
Speakeasy is
didn't
on the
break,
improve
which
now
is
to be
fine.
fourth after a slow getaway. He races ahead of Life is Precious, and
That's where we
Vitality
wanted
is
the
last.
1.
They make their way down the backstretch, and St. Tappet at a big price. He has the lead. Step latched onto him second. Armio comes off the inside on Pure Class to race in third, with Speakeasy up to fourth. The 2 at the back, Vitality and Life is Precious. 22 and 4 for the opening quarter as they move now to the final 3 furlongs. Step is not messing around. He's on to take a clear lead. He's a length and a half in front. Speakeasy is 3 wide. Pure Class is in the middle. That's all for St. Tappet. He's back to fourth. Vitality and Life is Precious have been last throughout. They went 45 and 4 for a half-mile speed. They run to the top of the stretch, and Step has the lead. The classy individual, Speakeasy, moving to him on the outside second, and now on the outside it's Pure Class. He angles 3 wide for a run. Vitality is underway, and they're on their way home. Step turns in on top from between horses.
Come on,
Speakeasy down the
Micio,
center, and Pure
get him.
Class. 1/8 of a mile to go.
You got
Pure
it.
Class starts to get to Step with a 16th to go.
Come on,
And
get him.
here's Pure Class, straightened up by Jaramillo and front and center. Pure Class going away. Step is second. Speakeasy third.
That-
Up for fourth is Life is
just like
Precious
how we
ahead of
visualized it,
Vitality
Oldie.
in 122 and 2.
Boom shakalaka!
Yeah, that went off at 2 to 1, but that's okay. All right. Well, 1 single home. And Gary, sorry, I don't know. That was really fast, so I don't know if you got it in, but Gary always messages me, and sometimes Gary, I just forget to. Thank you, Gary. I forget to check my X. All right, Oldie. Fast and Furious today.
Yep.
What
Maiden
do we have?
special.
Keeneland. Go ahead, Oldie. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say Maiden special weight at Keeneland.
Let's watch the race sim. I'm going to multitask here for a second.
I did not see that, Sam.
What happened, Oldie?
Sam said, did you see Kai Ying Rising last night?
Oh, I did. And I would tell you, and Linebacker ran a big race as well. I know everybody talking about Kai Ying Rising, but I love Sam watching Aussie racing. Only know that a lot of it, I grew up playing when I started horses, playing sorry, I'm on the wrong screen here. Playing Los Alamitos in Australia racing just because I was on the West Coast. The 8 win the race sim oldie easy and currently 3-1. The 4, the word must be out on Glow of Rose.
Yeah, I mean, you got a exactly 12-second work. You got one under 12 seconds on September 24th.
On the 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this horse obviously didn't work the bullet. Rosario riding for Wesley, so he knows how to get him ready. And then there's the 8, the top pick, has the experience, but lost as the favorite last out.
What about this 5 for Brad Cox? It's a Gary and Mary West homebred out of Curlin. And we saw the other day a Brad Cox firster go off at 12-1 and win at Keeneland.
Which one?
The 5 Hot Gossip.
Hot Gossip. Second pick, too. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I mean, who ride? Irad getting a lot of Cox mounts, huh?
Yeah.
All right. We are loading. Steph, good to see you.
And I would say also the Brian Lynch, the 1 Slay the Day, the long shot there with Louis aboard, has some huge works.
Glow of a Rose. Here's Hot Gossip. Majestic Moon, the last one. Walks up. Goes in, they're at the post. They're off. Pause and Presumptuous. They come out to contest the early lead. Slay the Day kicks in down toward the inside. Presumptuous far outside. Slay the Day to the inside. And then Pause in between horses is up close as they head up the back stretch. Solemn Vow is in 4th. Majestic Moon is a wide 5th. Feeling Groovy kicks in. Moves up a closer 6th down toward the inside. Glow of a Rose is in 7th. Music Burst alongside her is 8th. Summer Date is a wide 9th. Awkward move there for Stay in Tune, who had to check going into the far turn. Drops out next to last gap of 5 more lengths back to Hot Gossip, who is last. Slay the Day leading Presumptuous a length and a half around the far turn. Feeling Groovy, Solemn Vow, who's there to the outside from 4th, now 3rd, has to go to the far outside as they move for the top of the stretch. Glow of a Rose is in 5th position, still better than 5 lengths off the lead. Summer Date is 3 more behind her. Glow of a Rose has to go.
Looks like 8-1.
A lot of ground to make up. They turn for home. Solemn Vow comes forward for the lead. Presumptuous in close in between horses. Slay the Day there to the inside, and then Feeling Groovy, and Feeling Groovy is up to 4th now. Glow of a Rose is still 5th. Solemn Vow the leader. Feeling Groovy goes to 2nd. Solemn Vow is in front. 16th to go. 3-length lead.
4-1.
Back to Feeling Groovy. Solemn Vow the leader. Solemn Vow the winner for Tyler Gaffalione. Feeling Groovy was home 2nd. Glow of a Rose was up in time for 3rd.
That's crazy.
Well, they just got to watch the race sim.
Yep. Amazing.
He made that look easy. Wow.
All right. Woodbine. I'm against the 4 to 5. I'm against the 4 to 5 favorite here.
We are sorry. Get that video on or get that sound off. Watch the race. I mean, 4 to 5. My goodness, Oldie. GSR drops too.
I mean, look at the horse too.
We'll get that. I mean, does it win the 4 horse is the value at 7-1 in the second pick. Even the 6 horse at 5-1 off a 3-1 E morning line.
So I could share my pick 5 if you want me to share my screen.
Yeah, no, go for it. Yeah, why don't you do that?
You know, I tossed that 1 horse completely. It's been the favorite every time, but when it broke its maiden, and you know, you look here, look at all this money this horse has burnt.
Oh, does it? I mean,
that horse beats me fine.
Yeah,
Because,
I mean, I'm with
if I
you.
get
You
that,
just can't play those horses, in my
no,
opinion. I mean, and well, they go back to the one. Not only is it lost, it won one race as the favorite, where it did get an easy lead, right?
yep,
Well, it's not getting an easy lead. Like, I don't even know how you would ever use this horse, but the thing is, Oldie, it lost two of those races at 64s, and that's the same thing today.
yep,
Like, yeah, it's not like it was dropping. I mean, this is the pure definition of a money burner. When you lose money at the same level and you just don't win. But also the horse is not, I can't imagine this horse is going to get the lead. And it seems like it must need the lead because it never wins unless it gets the
yeah.
lead. Both wins where it
And
got
I
the
think it
lead.
wants turf too. I think it's a turf horse, and they've been running it mostly on synthetic.
Yeah, I'm with you. This is how you take that money. If it beats you, it beats you. You take that money and you don't use it and you put it in
Hmm.
other legs.
Yeah, and with the two here Mansetti likely to go off at a low price in race 9, if you use both those horses, you have to go really slim overall in this ticket. And I don't think race 10, as an example, is a slim leg. I think there's a good chance in race 10 you could get a horse like the 8 for Drexler here, or the 1 as well has a very interesting look coming off the layoff. Beat 68s 2 back. That I think you could see a price in that leg. I think you could see a price in leg 2. And I probably should have added the 6 now that the 2 just scratched from race 8 here, which does let me do that. So we'll update
I got
this
you. I'll
here.
watch the video.
So that would be the change with that scratch of the 2 that just happened as we're sitting here in race 8, because I was sweating not using that horse as well. So
It's pretty good sequence, and you liked your favorite a lot. That was race 9.
yeah, that's the King's Plate
Yeah,
winner, Mansetti.
yeah, I was with you on that one. I remember on Sunday we differed on tomorrow on a horse, but I was with you on Mansetti.
Yeah, so let's take a look at them on the track here. Hopefully we beat the 1-2 favorite here.
Jose, what are you? Oh, okay, Jose. I didn't know what you were talking about, Jose, but okay. Gary, did you end up playing the pick 6? You could play the pick 5 back. The pick 5 the pick 5 will just be a lot more expensive is the problem.
Well, yeah, when you're singling the first leg of the pick 6, especially.
Well, yeah, and then I had 2 singles, but you could get the other single. But yeah, like you said, with 2, it makes it so much cheaper. I had liked the exacta there, the 1-3 too. I didn't actually end up playing, but it came 1-6, so that's a good thing.
They're loading.
All right, Oldie, good luck.
Going in, is the first to move up. Perfecta is Juan Flores coming off a nice win in the previous race. Looks for the double.
I'm rooting for 3 or 6.
Bodo swing has gate.
3's the one I didn't use. 2, 4, 5, 6.
Ryan Munger to resume his place in the gate.
Oh, maybe
Luna, always beautifully turned out 6-1 odds.
I just want to tell you both.
And they're almost
not 3.
out to a bit of a price today. Ecstasy at double-figure odds. And the last will be
I'm happy
Crystal
with
Visions.
anything
Kevin
but
Nichols
3
to the
beating the
outside
1 here.
gate. Lower swings rider, gate 3. Stand by for a start. In the gate. Off their race. Good even start. Going for the lead is Ecstasy. Luz de la Luna coming through in the center as well. And early on, Shifty coming right up on the inside of the entire field to burst through and share the lead with Boda Swing. They've gone out in front and now really...
Oh, the one is
going
going to
to
get the
Shifty
lead.
in
Wow.
the lead by a half a length to Boda Swing.
All right.
About 3 lengths away, Perfecta, Ecstasy, Luz de la Luna back to second last. And last is Crystal Visions. About 6.5 covers the field. And Shifty wasted no time to take control in the early part, but only a length behind is Boda Swing, pretty relaxed. They go inside the half mile. Perfecta catching good ground on the inside. In fourth is Ecstasy from Luz de la Luna, and last is Crystal Visions. They race to the 3/8, and Shifty continues to find, leads 3/4, and staying right with Shifty, Boda Swing. They've gone away again by 3 lengths to Perfecta, Ecstasy. Luz de la Luna trying to run home, and last Crystal Visions. Luz de la Luna starting a nice run from the back, turning, and Shifty in front. In second placing, Boda Swing. Luz de la Luna looks dangerous, is coming down the outside and up the rails, Perfecta, and now Shifty out by 2 lengths. Luz de la Luna coming with what is that resolute move right down the center of the track, and is the big threat. Luz de la Luna coming at Shifty, and Luz de la Luna's got Shifty, I think. Luz de la Luna on the outside, just what a warhorse. And Luz de la Luna goes on to win by a length to Shifty, and third is Crystal Visions, and then
Toss it out.
Perfecta, and the time 1:17.97.
4:16 and 4:61. That was amazing. That's a great call, Oldie. Like, I mean, you actually don't see those all that often. And like, I mean, Reddit.
That's how do you recognize a bad favorite? That was the definition of a bad favorite. Been a favorite at the level against similar a bunch of times, burnt a ton of money. Really, probably running on the wrong surface too.
I'm curious what the try is gonna play. I played a $5 try. We'll see
Second
what we get.
It's off at 8-1 at the morning line price too.
The unofficial result is 4-1-6-2.
Oh,
the winner is number 4,
Woodbine
Luz de la
sound,
Luna, over 1 Shifty, 6 Crystal Visions,
Bound to happen once.
and 2 Perfecta. The opening quarter was...
Forgot what I was trying
And
to
they're off. Paco the Taco Man and Kernus K in a fire.
I love Paco the Taco Man. I don't like the horse to win. I just like the name.
Of a mile. Here's Heldish making progress in between horses, just third, and Carvelian Quest is up close to. Foggy Dew travels fifth, and back to Cativa Roganzo, and Falcon Blue is one beaten at Square Slice, is worked over to the rail, saving ground. Square Slice in the back, 10 from the front. Heading for the turn, Kernus K on the inside, and Paco the Taco Man. They latch up right together. It's 2.5 or 3 back. Carvelian Quest is in third position. Foggy Dew and Heldish. They're followed by Cativa Ragazzo, 3 wide, 3 ace to run. In the back of the pack, Square Slice and Falcon Blue is trailing the field. Kernus K to the quarter pole. Paco the Taco Man has been there every step of the way. They're nose to nose for the lead as they turn in. Cativa Ragazzo to the center of the track is third. And Carvelian Quest is fourth. Kernus K determined after dueling with Paco the Taco Man. Cativa Ragazzo, then Carvelian Quest. Kernus K. Kernus K, super game after time away. It's Kernus K today with yards to go. Kernus K and Jevian Toledo, ultra sharp win from Paco the...
All right, 5-7.
Paco the Taco Man.
All right, what do we got coming up here? We got Aqueduct race 9.
Yeah.
And then we have Santa Anita race. We're 7 minutes from Santa Anita race 2.
We can we'll watch the race sim at the Big A. You liked the race was it race 10 you said you had a pick?
No, race 11, the 10.
Oh, okay. Where's Tony? I'm still bummed, Tony, you did not give us that 6 horse. Where'd you go? Well, there you are. Oh, you had your double. That's right. See, that's why, Tony, 197 to 1 exacta. We could have had it.
Yeah, and Tony, I told you that I hated that one like a half hour ago.
Oh man.
It wasn't like I hid my distaste for that horse. All right, at Aqueduct.
Yeah, sorry, I was responding to text. Sorry, Oldie. Let's watch the racing. This race, I thought this race was tough. I didn't think this 9-horse, I know it has speed, but let's watch the race sim. Go ahead, Oldie, if you had thoughts.
I thought, I mean, that this race could melt. That
Yeah,
3
I
and
agree.
9, you know, that they could go fast, and it could set up for the Brad Cox Emirates Road here, the 6.
I mean, that's the other favorite. I mean, I could see somebody blow up the board, honestly.
I have a note on Whittington Park, and it is really old. I had to go to the second screen. It is from 2021 when the horse was in the Brad Cox barn and needed the lead.
I mean, Oldie, look at this, though. I mean, if the 9 stops, I mean, everybody, and look who wins the race. The Scotty Longshot wins Treaty Obligation.
So I'm going to give you one other horse to maybe throw a win bet on here. The 10 horse, Uncle Charlie's Gift for Nick Zito, is beaten 70s at Gulfstream. Beat 64s, you know, was really lost last time up, but was put up due to a DQ. But against Similars, run well against Similar here. You're getting 18-1 there. If you're talking about a horse to blow up the board, horse is 3 of 3 at the distance as well.
And then who did you like in the 11th, Oldie?
The 10 horse.
Okay.
All 10s.
No, that's hold on. I need to I think we'll run out. I like this sequence. I always like the late pick 3 at the big A, but we don't have enough time.
Field loading quickly. There's Dr. Kraft going in. Here's Uncle Charlie's Gift. Next in will be Bramido.
I am gonna play a 12 all tier 10 for $10. I think it was $11.
Horses to the outside. Eliminate. There's Emirates Road. Two out. Emirates Road. Treaty Obligation. The Be Bullish Starter.
Rudy might be getting hot. He's 20% so far this meet.
Goes in. All set. And they're off. Bunched up at the beginning towards the inside, but now emerging from the outside is going to be Light the Way. Light the Way has an easy lead so far, is up by a clear length. Uncle Charlie's Gift is a close-up second. Just behind them, 24 Mamba at the rail in third. After the beginning, Dr. Kraft now emerges from the fourth position, eliminates in fifth. At the rail here comes Tebelwatch is in sixth. Right there in seventh is going to be Emirates Road. Behind them in eighth, Treaty Obligation is in front of Bramido. And far, far back, the lone trailer is going to be Late Running, Whittington Park. They work up the backstretch. It's a scramble on for the lead as Eliminate has pushed to the front. Eliminate, Light the Way. In between horses, no easy leads. Light the Way with a neck advantage at the rail, trying to hold that position is 24 Mamba. Eliminate applies more pressure here towards the outside. Trying to run on comes Dr. Kraft in between horses. Also trying to move on is Uncle Charlie's Gift, who's 3 wide, is back there in fifth. Emirates Road starts the move. Bramido towards the inside of that runner. Treaty Obligation tailing off was Tebelwatch with Whittington Park. Has to pass them all. 45.74 for a half mile time. Light the Way continues to do the heavy lifting. Light the Way is trying to get away from Eliminate, who's been there the entire journey. It's been a nice trip for Dr. Kraft. Grandstand side is trying to rally on, but Light the Way is finding more. Dr. Kraft, Eliminate. They're not out of it yet. Down at the rail, still running on 24 Mamba. Launching from far out of it, Bramido with a lot of ground to make up. A 16th to go, and Light the Way is still there.
Wow.
Light the Way.
Wow.
Game and victory. Light the Way. Light it tight. For second, Dr. Craft to the outside of Eliminate. Ramito on Leighton finished fourth at 1 minute 34.733 seconds.
I thought that horse would for sure stop, Oldy. Tony wanted the 8. Yeah, I thought somebody was going to come from behind, but I guess didn't quite go quick enough. All right, Santa Anita race 2. They are approaching the gate, Oldy. I'm going to actually run the restroom. You want to just hop over to the video?
Yeah, and I'll just say, so if you're looking for a pick 4, I'm just seeing if I have anything I like for a single here. Maybe the 7 in race 4, Lil Boom Boom. You are getting on 5-1 right now on the 5-horse Sexy Blue. Granted, Vega's 0 for 23 in the last year as a trainer, but he does put Barrios aboard. Which could be a sign that that horse is live here. I will get the sound on because they're almost all on the gate. Oh, sound is on. They fool me sometimes.
It's post time. They're loading in for the second race. Timekeeper's Charm comes up.
Order finish. First the 9, Light the Way. Second the 3, Dr. Kraft. Third the 11, Eliminate. Fourth the 4, Bermudo. 9, 3, 11, 4 in race 9.
They're in the gate. And they're off. And Timekeeper's Charm, very alert out of the gate. Passed though by Sexy Blues, a little bit quicker, and now opens up a couple. Bebop Lady is a clear-cut 3rd. My Sister Lily 4th. Then comes Green Zone, Joyful Mischief, and it's a distance to Reckless Ride. They run down the backstretch in Timekeeper's Charm, putting serious pressure on Sexy Blue. They're 4 lengths clear of Bebop Lady in 3rd.
Into the winner's circle, the winner of today's 9th race, the
Bebop 4th, Joyful Mischief is
Sorry.
2 lengths behind her.
No worries.
They are followed by My Sister Lily and Reckless Ride. Midway on the far turn, Timekeeper's Charm on the outside, and Sexy Blue, 4 lengths back to the firster. Bebop Lady, who's trying to cut into that margin. A distance back to Joyful Mischief, who's a clear-cut 4th. They turn for home. Timekeeper's Charm on the outside gets the upper hand on Sexy Blue. Then Bebop Lady and Joyful Mischief still finishing nicely, moving into 3rd late. But it is Timekeeper's Charm. Timekeeper's Charm, much too good. Handwritten to a rop. Joyful Mischief.
All right, we have race 8 at Gulfstream coming up.
Yes. That's the stakes race.
Yep.
The favorite is currently 4-5, Oldy. But in other news, get our pick 6 back up. We just used 2 here.
3-5, right?
Yeah, just the 3 and 5. I think these are the only 2 horses I liked it when we talked on the preview show. I was on the 3 and then the 5 second. I think you were on the 5 on top, weren't you?
Yes, 5 on top for me.
I mean, so I'll talk about finding strength. We got 1 minute, and then maybe you talk about Love Like Lucy. If you're an E user, you can see down here, I won't spend too much time. Yates does just great with babies. You can see 2-year-olds, he's 18%, does great in non-graded stakes, 23% too. So Rios rides for him. Rios been aboard in all 3 efforts, broke the maiden rating in that state bred 52, was a big favorite, but won by 4 lengths. But this was impressive. Very nice race at 6 furlongs. They stretch out to 7. I don't think it will be any problem. You know, it's not going to be on the lead. The 12 is likely to try to get the lead. And it's so hard. And I just think I just don't see it. So, you know, I thought that the 3 could sit the trip. You want to talk about Love Like Lucy for a minute, Oldie?
Justin, do you want to tell Alan why we tossed the 12?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Alan, there was 2 scratches inside. So, but here's the whoops. Wait, what just happened? From the 7 post out, Alan, it's 0 for 60, 0 for 106 since January 1st of 2025. On going 9+. This horse now in the 10 post. I mean, it's Arendelle Homebred. It's a nice horse, but that is so brutal. The post is so hard. And then you have a baby 2-year-old. I mean, you do get a Mesial. So, I mean, if anybody can do this, a Mesial can do it, right? But it's so hard. I wanted to pull up the pick 6 again. It's just near impossible to do it. So for me, it's just a play against. It's just so difficult. Does have speed. So, but there's other speed. The 2 going to show speed. I think the 10 will show speed. The 5 will show speed. You know, if the 2 has any trouble, any at all, it's going to be a problem. And I think it's a problem either way. I mean, the only way you can win is to have speed from out there like that. Yeah. But I mean, when I play horizontals like this, and Oldie, you just did it at Woodbine, it's not always going to work, but I just stay with the same method. And, you know, I just can't use horses like this. Because if I do, it can make my ticket, you know, $140, you know, and like, I just can't, you know? So I like, you know, and I go with the 5 horse, Oldie. That was, I think, your top pick, yeah. Love Like Lucy for Safi. I mean, it's just a much better post, and she ran impressive first time out. And then here in that stakes race, I mean, wasn't awful, you know? So.
And Gather and keep Zayas aboard. Yeah. Here, which to me was a big sign versus the other ones here. It is a my racehorse, so it's getting bet because those always get bet. But, you know, I just think that between the post and the stretch out here, and, you know, the horse ran respectively well in the Desert Vixen. No reason why it won't move forward and actually get better off that effort.
And Sam, I don't disagree with you. Speed can fix it. Like that's the only way to fix it. We'll jump over. They're loading. And it's a risky I mean, it's risky. Yeah. But, I mean, you beat this horse. It greatly improves. In the late part of the late part of it was so difficult that I couldn't use forward. The money. And Amicio great from the gate. You know, if anybody gonna do it, Amicio gonna do it. But
if you're playing a jackpot bet, you can't use a horse like Mythical here.
They're all in the gate. And they're off in the Susan's Girl. Excellent start for Mythical from her outside draw. Speeding forward is Drama. Drama takes the early advantage.
What if the two goes
Mythical is now racing from second, and Floco is between horses. Love Like Lucy is down at the inside. Laina gets away well from her outside draw. She's about
she get caught wide, Sam.
In front of Tis a Sweet Lady and Finding Strength, who's between horses. A gap of 4 more to Dare Greatly.
And she hasn't shown the ability to rate like that.
And Sisker Hustle. 22-1 for a pumped up opening quarter. Relu Gutierrez and Drama past the half-mile marker on top 3 parts of a length. 3 wide. Mythical is on the move now. Love Like Lucy is between horses.
Might not matter.
3 to Floco. Then Finding Strength and Tis a Sweet Lady. Laina is next. Nothing much materializing from the back as they round the far turn. Out on the outside, Jaramillo moves on. Mythical gets a response and takes a clear lead. 5/16 from home. Mythical on top by 2.5.
Yeah, I mean, good for her.
Circling
I don't
horses
think the
trying to
three
get
will
into
catch
second
her.
as Love Like Lucy is all in. They complete a half in 45-2, and they're on their way home. Mythical, the classy daughter of St. Patrick's Day, on her way home with a big lead.
Well, not
Down
one
the
for
center, finding
107
strength, tries to
from
get
out there.
second with Mythical running up the score. A late run from Dare greatly, but
Sorry,
take a look
Justin.
at this. Take a look at Mythical, geared down and posing for the picture. Mythical by as much as she wants. Very good battle for second that went to Love Like Lucy. She turned back finding strength, who was third. Dare greatly is.
Yeah, Sam, I mean, 5, but it doesn't matter, right? I mean, she's obviously a very nice horse. It's not hard. She was 2-5, so it made a lot of sense, but watch her going forward. She'll show up, is she going to ship? Put a note on her for sure. And, she's going to run some big races, I would say.
Yeah,
I mean,
would
Tony,
watch for
most
her sprinting next
people
year.
are going to single there. I mean, probably 90% of tickets single her, I would say. 3 had rough trip, 5 had good trip, but, not going to beat the 12 there. All right. I don't know where we're headed. I guess Keeneland race 8, maybe.
Yeah, why not? Lets me tell the Joe Thiesman story. For those of you who don't know, you gotta pull your. Here, I'll do it.
Oh, I got it, Ollie.
So for those of you who don't know, so the real pronunciation of this name is Thiesman. And Joe Thiesman, who we all know as Joe Thiesman, but he was Joe Thiesman until he was in the running for the Heisman. And he, for a marketing reason, changed the pronunciation of his name to Thiesman because it sounded like Heisman. I don't know if you've ever heard this story, Justin.
No, I haven't.
It's 100% a true story. So the actual pronunciation is Thiesman. And I like Thiesman here. I think Thiesman has a big look at 9-2 with that 9-5 morning line. Siege of Boston's a huge money burner. Green Light's beaten similar, but needs pace to run into that might not be here today. And Thiesman can rate, even though, is fast.
Yeah, showed good ability last out. Has come off the pace to break the maiden at Turfway Park. Was a favorite that day. Definitely going to improve lightly raced. Yeah. Louis rides, so he'll have him forwardly placed for a good trip.
Other one to maybe keep an eye on is the 30-1 to Miranda rights. First off, the claim from Cassie. This horse almost beat a group of 70s 2 back.
This is a tough allowance for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, this thing wide open.
Moving into line race 8.
Because you're getting a great price on the one though. You're getting 9-2 at 30% win. For sure, good action.
Right. It looks like Green Light, the long shot is going to go off as the favorite, but that horse
along with the mixture
sometimes just doesn't show up.
Yeah, that's crazy. Wow. I mean, does right there on the race sim. 1-6, not bad too.
Degree of risk.
Yeah.
Very lukewarm favorite at 7-2. It's crazy that maybe Thiesman take late money. 4-1. Oh, whoa.
Siege of Boston who burst through the gate. Along with Genius
Siege of Boston trying to do more than just burn money.
Yeah, 7 broke through and ran off. And the 9 actually, the 8, so the 7, 8, 9 all broke the gate. The 7 broke and ran probably 20 yards. The 9 broke and only went about 5 to 10 yards, and then the 8 still stood in the gate, but they all broke the gate. We'll see if we get any scratches. They're trying to reload them quickly as everybody else stands in, which is nice. Vet out looking. Looks like 9 is going to reload. And
7 looks fine.
Well, yeah, they're still looking at the 7. The vet is, you can see there.
Boston and Genius Jimmy examined and approved to move back into line.
Yep, good to go. All right. The 1 took heavy action, bet all the way down to 5-2 favorite.
Locked up, ready for start. And they're off. This is Uskar, Theismann, Genius Jimmy. Genius Jimmy moves up on the outside to challenge Theismann for the early lead.
One gonna get the lead, Oldie. That's fine though.
Turn. Miranda Rice is fourth to the inside. Green light will go fifth.
Telling you, this 2's going to run big here.
Degree of risk, who's sixth against the rail around the first turn. Siege of Boston, seventh in between horses. 911 Turbo is a wide 8th. The gap of 5 more lengths. The Minxter next to last. Eye on Rye, the trailer. Theismann is the leader. Theismann guides the field off the turn and onto the backstretch, leading Genius Jimmy by just over 2
Who's
lengths.
coming
Green
and
light
rushing up
is
there?
moving up to the far outside from 4th to 3rd to 2nd, and now starts to draw alongside of the leader. So here is Green Light, midpoint of the backstretch from the outside, has a head in front, but still you've got Theismann right there to the inside. 22.66 was the time for that opening quarter. Genius Jimmy now moves up between horses, a closer third. If this is Uskar is fourth, 911 Turbo is fifth. It was 47.5 seconds for the first half mile. They stack up 3 across the course for the lead. Theismann to the inside, Genius Jimmy between horses, and Green Light is there wide to the turn on the far outside. A half length separates the top 3. It is still Theismann with Green Light making another run from the outside. Genius Jimmy is third coming off the far turn and is now 2 lengths off the lead. This is Uskar, moves toward the outside. 911 Turbo far outside. Miranda Wrights is looking for some running room down toward the rail, has moved up into third. Theismann has the lead. Green Light is in the second position.
Told you about this too, guys.
Degree of Risk is finding an opening. Here's Miranda Wrights. Here's Degree
The
of Risk.
2 might win, Oldie.
It's going to finish second, I think.
Miranda Wrights, Degree of Risk on the far outside.
Maybe
Theismann's
not.
got the lead. Miranda Wrights makes a final run, then Degree of Risk. Theismann, then Miranda Wrights, photo for the win.
Did you play an exacta?
I did not. No.
Oh, buddy. That
I just didn't have. I got. Being honest, I got locked out.
Oh,
But they went off as I clicked.
I didn't get a chance to do it either, but the exacta Oldie was 90-1. Wow, good call on the 2. If anybody, I'm pretty sure the 1 won the race.
I thought so too, but I had
So one winner.
I had a mute symbol in the way, so I'm going to take a second look here on the replay.
No, I
thought the 2 got up in the next bob after the line.
Yeah, I think the 1 won. Yeah. It wasn't actually all that close. I know that they're taking a photo, but the wow, good call. If anybody played the exacta, kudos to Oldie giving out that 2 horse. That was incredible. My goodness. Yeah, I don't think the 2 ever passed the 1.
But look at the horse. I mean,
I'll be curious if the 2 lodges an objection at the start. I mean, if you're the connections or the trainer or jockey, you might as well. The 1 definitely came out, and for how close that was.
it was an 89-1 exacta.
No, I know, Oldie. I was telling you in the stretch run group this morning at Gulfstream race 1, I gave out a 29-1, but 90-1, brother, is incredible. That was amazing.
I don't understand why Miranda Wrights was 40-1 there. If you look on Handy View.
Do you want to watch Laurel?
Yeah, we can watch Laurel, and then we got to go to Woodbine
Okay.
as well. But if you look there, you'll see the same thing I saw, which is the horse nearly beat a group of 70s. Two back. There was no reason.
Well, and many of those other horses were just not great. I'm still waiting. There's no
issue.
No objection or anything. I just thought that the one really came out at the start.
Darty Time. Beautiful McLean. Caravaggio's song, Great Fillet.
Yeah, Gary, that was an incredible
cocktail. Fires out.
Yorban right now, Laurel on right now.
Viola.
I'm not sure which one though, Franco. We didn't get a chance to dive deep here.
2-1 on Darty Time. You're waiting for
one in the winner's circle.
Here's Viola. 5-2. Darty Time also 5-2. And fires out at 5-2. They're rough. Slow to go is Cougar Cocktail. Viola fires out as usual, early speed. Amadea comes out running in the second spot, and Darty Time is right up there too. Darty Time takes second. Shuffle back a bit was Amadea down to the inside. Fires out in the clear, advancing just a bit, heading into the far turn run. Some traffic there in that second group of runners. On the inside, Zeta Jones improves into third. Fires out, now settles in fourth. Mine Sweeping is next in fifth in the Red Silks, and it's another two to Caravaggio's song. Beautiful McLean follows that. Amadea drops to the back.
Love to use a lot of energy from that outside
last
post.
Is new issue. They race to the top of the stretch. Quarter of a mile left to go. Darty Time at Viola. Darty Time head in front from Viola. Down to the inside of battles on. A gap of
that 11 gonna pass.
Toward the center of the track is trying to grab them from third. It's
Whoa,
Darty Time fighting with Viola.
Yeah,
down
really
the inside.
is.
And here's Fires out
Here
of the
come
middle
the
of the
10
track.
and the 9.
Cougar
Look at the
Cocktail,
9.
who is dead last, explodes between horses as much the best. Cougar Cocktail. Cougar Cocktail and Caravaggio to win at 12-1. From Fires Out.
Fire.
Well, great job on that exact Keeneland. That was incredible. I didn't get a chance
political
to
warfare moving forward.
play it, but great call.
Blondina's Boy is next. And to the outside gate, Kebe Nichols on Connor. Moves going.
I'm kind of hoping
in this race.
Wait, what do you have here?
Off their race, and the even start showing up for the lead. Blondina's Boy being hustled to go out in front.
I have all but the 7.
They pick up the tempo
because
on
of
the
the
outside.
scratches.
Connor still very deep on the course. A break of 4 lengths to Stratus, and then came Lonnie's Gamble.
Well, we want to beat the 8.
Diamond now splitting them. They're in 2 divisions. Political Warfare shows the way by a length to Blondina's Boy and Connor. A couple to Stratus,
good
set
trip.
them well.
8 might get
Next to last, Mohammed Diamond. Lonnie's Gamble the outside. 4.5
Tony
furlongs
loves
to run.
the
There's
7.
about 5 lengths covering them. Political Warfare shows the way by a length and a quarter. Getting further ahead now from Blondina's
7
Boy
might
Connor.
be done.
Gliding up the rail.
The
Stratus
6 actually
going ever so
beat
well. There's only
a
couple
group
behind
similar
his leader.
to
And
this
then
in
follows
breaking
on the
Maiden,
inside,
but-
Mohammed Diamond joining in. And off the track, Lonnie's Gamble. They race along to the 3/8. And
I don't.
out in
The
front,
8's gonna
Political
hang.
Warfare. Boots to a 3-length
This
gap
looks
to
like
Stratus,
6
getting
to
to work
4.
now. On the outside, Connor, Mohammed Diamond tapped up, is running on as
8,
they come down to the quarter. And Stratus just a length
on,
and a
6,
half
keep
behind
going.
Political Warfare, who's still out in front.
Oh, here comes
Political
the 1.
Warfare turns in the lead. Stratus and Mohammed Diamond trying to make
Come on,
the
kick
leeway
away.
up now. Racing down the stretch, and
He's
Political
still got
Warfare
horse.
leading Stratus on the outside.
Nah.
Mohammed Diamond,
Come on,
Stratus, and
Ford, beat the
Mohammed
1.
Diamond. They go to the front, but Mohammed Diamond got the jump on Stratus. And it's Mohammed Diamond down the center who's going to outstay them and win easily. And Mohammed Diamond scores by about 3 lengths to Stratus, had every chance. A gap of 5 or 6 to either Political Warfare or Lonnie's Gamble, who came tearing home late. Connor second last, and Blondina's Boy was last. The time we'll have later, but the winner, Mohammed Diamond.
Tony, the 2 scratched. I like the 2 there too originally.
124.51.
There were a lot of late scratches in that race. All right, I think we're back to Aqueduct, and then I'm going to need a pit stop too in a minute.
Let's see here. Yeah, busy day today at the track. We got sound, no video for the Big A. You like the 10 in the last. They're loading here, race 9. This is a tough starter allowance, and
Yeah.
sorry, race 10. On the turf.
For today's 10th.
Lukewarm favorite in the 6 and risk manager.
Ballooning goes in. Here is Fuerteventura.
The 2 can get to the lead. That horse could have a look at 10
Nice
to 1. Too.
distinction.
I thought you could beat the 6.
Forward. Son of a Birch. Wally World. Risk manager steps in.
Look at the second pick, the 7 running a big race.
Legree goes in.
The 1 should be the favorite in my mind.
Hello to the outside. Conman goes in. All set. And they're off.
7, bro. Great. Wow.
Son of a Birch in between horses. Highest distinction towards the inside. And Tut's Revenge. They line up, but Tut's Revenge cuts the corner of the vest. And Tut's Revenge. Ricardo Santana Jr. slows things down up top. They're clear, up by 3/4 of a length. Highest distinction. Marin wants to tuck right in behind that leader and get over to that rail. Also chasing is Fuerteventura. Don't look like they're in any hurry up top. The leader, Tut's Revenge, with a host of pursuers at the rail. Ballooning is trying to push on through and does. Highest distinction in the 2 path. Fuerteventura and Conman is 4 wide in that group. That's the leading 5. Back there in 6 comes Wally World, who's in tandem with Legree. They're going to be towards that mid-pack position. Son of a Birch broke on top, but is now towards the back end of the field with Laird of Magnolia.
7 is
clear.
4, 3 of 4, 3 of 7 at the distance.
Tightly bunched on the front end, 47.7.
Yeah.
For that half mile time.
Great price, 18 to 1.
Fuerteventura. Jimmy Rodriguez in pursuit. Conman is wide. At the rail, that's Ballooning, and also highest distinction is in that match 2. Right behind them, there's Wally World. Nowhere to go yet, and Wally World is just patiently ridden, is in the 6th position. Is to the outside is Legree. Behind them comes Son of a Birch. Laird of Magnolia at the back. Risk manager with Clear Conscience, the trailer. Nowhere to go. Belluni is in 3rd in behind.
Get him 7.
Leader at the top of the lane. Fuerteventura is ready to challenge Tut's Revenge.
Oh, 1 loaded.
Wanted out of there is in the 3 path.
As I said, the 1 should have been the favorite.
Down the center of the course. Son of
Everybody coming. Wow.
Inside and now splits rivals 2. Completely changes. Risk manager from out of nowhere. Belluni, Son of a Birch, and here comes Risk manager. Risk manager got up to win it. Risk manager, big run there through the stretch. Then came Belluni, who's in a photo with Son of a Birch and Wally World in 1 minute 41.29 seconds.
I'm going to put Anita up for you and let you talk about that for a second while I take a quick pit stop here. If that's all right.
No, you're good. I got it. They are approaching the gate there. We'll just watch the video here. 4-horse, I thought was definitely vulnerable. Well, the 1-horse was actually the favorite. 4-horse 5-2 morning line, but there's no speed in this race, so maybe that's why the 4. I mean, to me, whoever gets to the front could easily win here. In my opinion, didn't have to be the 4-horse. Shangar Lama, current 9-5 favorite. You can see right there. 1-2 back in a 60 sprinting 5. Now they stretch out, and I mean, one at Del Mar, one at Santa Anita, came into the U.S., but everybody here, you know, going 6 furlongs, the one horse has hit the board in all 4 starts, a win, a second, and 2/3. The 6 horse has 2 wins, but even a horse like the 3, I didn't necessarily have a huge, strong opinion here. I thought the 3 could win. I thought the 6 had a shot. I didn't necessarily like the 4, the favorite, but not a huge opinion for me here. I wouldn't bet this for me. Just because for me, I mean, you got 2-1, 2-1, 5-2. You know, can the 4 win? Yeah, but not a great betting race. I mean, it's claiming 25. They've all been running. I mean, it wouldn't even surprise me if the long shot runs a big race with Mr. Frazu, but that horse might want the dirt. But I probably land on the 1, but JJ don't ride great with Papa. I mean, doesn't ride often, but 0 for 7. Frazu rides good with Nap, but I think the 5 Elegant Sway probably. I think that horse want the dirt. To me, it looked like 1 or 6.
So you're 1-6 here. 6 looks good to me.
Yeah, it's Sam. I saw that. And thanks everybody for joining. Hit the like and subscribe for us. Hopefully, everybody having a good weekend.
All right. Can't tell who we're waiting on there.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure what happened.
They're deliberately choosing an angle so we can't see what's going on, I would assume.
Yeah.
It's post time for the 3rd. Happy birthday, Claudia. Don't You Forget comes up. Co-favorite at 2-1. Ham's Little Angel to the outside. And they're off. It's a fast start for Don't You Forget. Shangri-Lama in between. But Tam's Little Angel is quicker than most and sprints
Shangri-Lama. I love that name.
And opens up a couple of lengths. Shangri-Lama now second with Elegant Sway in 3rd. Then comes Shin Jedi moving up on the outside 4th. Don't You Forget in a little bit tight and uncomfortable in 5th at this stage. 4 lengths off the lead and 3/4 to Ready, Jet, Go. Past the half-mile pole, and Tam's Little Angel makes it over to the rail and has it by 2 lengths. Shin Jedi on the outside, Elegant Sway between, and Shangri-Lama at the rail, now a clear-cut 3rd. Ready, Jet, Go is next, and Don't You Forget, 6 off the leader. Coming to the quarter pole, Tam's Little Angel, confronted by Shin Jedi, and Shin Jedi on the outside is up to take a narrow lead. Shangri-Lama in the pink silks, 2 lengths behind them in 3rd. They're followed by Elegant Sway. They're in the final furlong, and Tam's Little Angel trying to come back on the inside of Shin Jedi, and she's done just
3 don't want to
Shangri-Lama on the
pass.
inside is coming fast now. Driving finish. Tam's Little Angel in between. Tam's Little Angel.
Good
What
run
a
by the
gutsy
6.
victory. Photo between Shangri-Lama and Shin Jedi.
All right, Gulfstream time. I like the price on your 2 right now. It's down a little
Photo
bit
finish.
on my luck, but
Yeah, we can. I know the A taking money. Let me jump over to the stream of Gulfstream. There's an 8-horse in the video, but let's watch the race sim. 4 and 7 scratched. It's allowance optional claim. There's just not a lot of speed here. 52-foot rail. So, I mean, it's a small group, so anybody can come from behind, but the 2 gets an easy lead. And, I mean, honestly, Oldie, like, nobody really races on. I'm a little surprised the 8's the favorite. I mean, a 9-5 morning line and 6-1 for EE.
I mean, I see it with the, it was in a grade 3, so people are probably seeing that in a grade 2, but running longer and wasn't really a factor in those races.
Well, I mean, only has 2 wins though.
Right, I'm saying I see it, but why it's being bet. I don't necessarily agree with it. But I think the 5 has a long shot look here.
You think that horse can win?
I think it's possible. I mean, I think it has a look. I mean, it had won 3 in a row, including one at a mile here. It's tactical.
I just don't know if there's enough pace. Like, I mean, maybe the 3 injects a little bit of pace in the race. I mean, somebody's going to have to send for anybody, in my opinion, to try to come over the top of the 2 horse. But
yeah, but 2-5 exacta maybe.
Yeah, I thought that the 1 might run into the exacta Mama Bella. Did win at Gulfstream off the pace, but I mean, again, a lot of these just don't look to have any speed. I mean, but on the race sim, it does have I guess it's got the 8 and 1 closing. The 5 closing a little bit though, right? Closes there at the stretch and then kind of comes on.
Yeah, I
race
mean,
sim has a 2-1-8. You're getting, what are you getting in the? So the 2 1's 12, the 2 5 33-1. The 2 8 current favorite at 5-1. I think you gotta use the 1 in the try too, Tony. At least for me. I mean, D'Angelo leading it wins, and so is Miggy. I mean, they're both. I mean, you gotta imagine they're live here. He's 24% with Miguel Vasquez. But I mean, this horse can. I'm not sure that I just didn't see anybody beating the 2. The 8 keeps taking action. They're both going to be close to the favorite. I'm assuming only the 2 going to go off as the fave, though.
I think so. I think you're right, but they've been trading the favoritism a lot here. There's not a significant difference in the money bet right now, and there's more place money on the 2 than there is on the 8. Place and show more money on the 2.
All right, we on the turf at least. They're moving over. I mean, 3 might run a good race, but I still still the 3 more of a try player for me.
I did play some 2-5 and 2-8. That's not 2-8, 8-5 exacta boxes, and then I also played a try, a 5 all 50-cent try, just in case.
All right. They are loading. Let's jump over.
They just teamed up to win race number 8. They try to go for back-to-back victories with the race favorite here. Armio already home for 3 on the afternoon. Second choice is Shima. She never seems to have a bad day. Edgar Zayas has the riding assignment for Sal Santoro. Charlie's Wish, Florida-bred stakes-tested daughter of First Dude.
Gotten the sound off on Anita.
Show Off, and then Starship Boeing and Madame Mischief.
A $20 try. Good luck, Tony.
Madame Mischief to take the outside gate. They're at the post. They're off. Far outside, Madame Mischief was away cleanly. In the middle, Show Off has speed. Zayas is riding a Shima for early foot, and a Shima is going to take an interesting early lead. There must not be much pace on here. From the inside, that's Charlie's Wish, who comes away in the blue colors to race in 4th ahead of Starship Boeing. And a long way last early is Mama Bella.
Yeah, right, Oldie?
To the first turn they go. A Shima's going to make the fractions here. She's on top by almost a length from Show Off in second. Saving ground, Charlie's Wish is a joint third with race favorite Madame Mischief. She's actually got the second choice in the betting is Madame Mischief. She's in the purple from 4th. Starship Boeing is second last, and the trailer is
You're right,
Bella.
the 2 did go off.
23 and 3 for the opening quarter. That's an honest fraction, and the Shima has the lead with her ears up. Second is Show Off. Third is Charlie's Wish.
Edgar slowed it down here.
Then back to 5th in Starship Boeing. Orange colors 4 lengths off the lead, and the trailer is Mama Bella. No change in the plot. The half was 47 and 3. It's not flying, but it's not crawling either. A Shima pushed along every yard now by Show Off, who's racing in second. Good news for Madame Mischief. She has pace to chase and is on the attack now. There goes Jaramillo on Madame Mischief. 3 wide and on to challenge. Charlie's Wish is driven by Bravo 4th, but not really kicking in. Starship Boeing is next, and the trailer is Mama Bella. She's under a hold at the back as they reach the top of the stretch. They went by 3 quarters in 1:10 and 4, and they straighten for the drive. Madame Mischief is up to challenge for control. Charlie's Wish is off cover and starts to get a rally together. At the inside of Shima, they're 1/8 of a mile from home. Charlie's Wish, driven hard by Bravo, and up to take the lead now. From the back, Mama Bella's launching late.
Yeah.
Charlie's Wish close to home on a winning lead. Charlie's Wish and Joe Bravo to win it by a length and a half. Mama Bella second, is Shima third, softened up by Show.
Upset. All right, now we got a little break here before the Ontario Derby. Interestingly, let's see, we could go to Keeneland.
Race 9. Reg time going to be tough. Would be my perspective, but nice horse for sure. I thought the 7 was the long shot here, but I think reg time going to be tough. We can watch the race sim. There was the 13 and 15 drew in, so let me add them. Usha taking a lot of action.
Yeah, that was my top pick from the race sim. Or not the race sim, from the previous show. You know, I was 8-9-6 here.
6 scratched.
You were 9-7-8-11.
Yeah, 8. The quiet side not taking any money from a trifecta or exacta perspective.
And we talked about the fact that Mr. Ortiz doesn't do well first time off a layoff on quiet side, even though the horse is working very nicely. He's 4% in 27 races off a layoff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I still think the 9. I see this race setting up for the 9. I'm trying to get the video real quick. There we go. The good thing about Keeneland is they always load quickly. It looks like they have the same color saddle cloths on today.
Yeah, you like the 7 for Brittany. I remember that as well.
Yeah. Five taking action, but I don't know. I'm sticking with the 9.
Currently 9-1 on my 10 horse at Aqueduct, by the way.
Oh, nice.
All right. Lexus, grade 2 Lexus Raven Run.
Anita comes forward along with Vodka with a twist. Here's Usha. Ragtime. Tatia Roa will be the last one. Walks up. Goes in. They're at the post. They're off in the Lexus Raven Run. There's Kappa out for the early lead. Almond Joy is up close in the opening strides as well. Quiet Side is right there. Vodka with a twist. Delightful Claire to the inside. Tatia Roa up to the far outside. Almond Joy is going to back away from that scramble up front. Simply Joking moves by to the far outside. Usha is there between horses. About 5 lengths separates the front 7 or 8 as they head to the far turn. Simply Joking had to check out of a crowd out of traffic and lost several lengths on the backstretch. Maida moves up down toward the inside. Ragtime is last as they head on to the far turn. It is Usha to the inside with the lead. Delightful Claire is there in between horses. Kappa is third up to the far outside. Tatia Roa is about 5 wide on the turn outside of Vodka with a twist. Almond Joy tries to move up the rail, still running 5 lengths off the lead around the turn. Usha to the inside, Kappa there to the far outside, and still Delightful Claire is in behind that pair as they move to the top of the stretch and move on by the quarter pole. Vodka with a twist will have to go out to the grandstand side. Almond Joy still 5 lengths off the lead as they turn for home. Vodka with a twist and Kappa going at it for the lead. Almond Joy is getting untracked on the outside, but they're inside the 8th pole, and Ragtime is on the extreme outside. Vodka with a twist has a short lead from Kappa. Ragtime, then Almond Joy. Vodka with a twist. Kappa stubborn. Ragtime is running on. Here's the wire. Kappa. Vodka with a twist. Kappa. John Velasquez.
Wow.
To win the Lexus Raven Run in a 27-1 upset.
Just show you can't be that far back. Big prices. I mean, that it doesn't surprise me because, I mean, there was such a scramble, Oldy, trying to go for the lead, and you end up getting 2 prices to battle it out.
What a horse race here in the Grade 2 Lexus Raven Run Stakes as Kappa just dug in a heated battle with Vodka with a twist and Ragtime. She was so far back in the earlier stages of this race, but she was rolling down the center of the race course, and she ran a huge race in defeat, as did Vodka with a twist, as it looks like Kappa just gets there as she bobs Vodka with a twist. She's behind at this point in time. You want to talk about battling back? That's exactly what Kappa did here this afternoon for Butch Reed and Johnny V.
Butchie Reed.
Butchie. Yeah, I mean, there was such a scramble there. That was crazy. Ragtime just way too far back to close there on the dirt. All right. We got your play of the day at the Big A, Oldie.
The 10-horse Blossoming Rutite.
Where's Tony? Just where's Tony's? See, last time we did this, Tony gave us his horse too late. Yeah, Boom Butchie, 300 to 1 exacta. That's incredible. Actually paid pretty good too. I think it was like a 20 and a 21. The exactas, they're always going to take a lot of action from the cause.
All right, so click on your favorite, the 6 for Chad Brown. I think possibly coming from too deep. Here, I think has run better longer distances, but also best win is against 54 SORs.
Yeah, I mean, burned money on both these efforts. That was prior to Cox, so I mean, that'd be the only thing. But he hasn't really gotten this horse to improve too much. That was such an easier group at Saratoga.
And then the 10 horse, 3 or 4 at the distance.
Yeah, I always like to go to the GSR tab. I mean, the 9, 10, and 2 are the only horses that have won at the distance, Oldie.
Yeah, take a look at the 10 for a second. So tactical, it can stalk. Carlos David here beat a group of 62s, so the similar group last time out. Ricardo Santana's 17% at the meet. Horse is working well. You know, and when you throw out that 8 furlong race at Saratoga, the form looks way better too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, for sure. Soul Hope not taking any money, which is, I guess, a little bit surprising as the top pick. Very sneaky.
Never run the distance, really hasn't been finishing at 5 and 5.5. So maybe they're figuring it doesn't want the added distance either.
Mm-hmm. The 5 horse, a big old price. Yeah, I like it, Oldie. The 6 is definitely, I would say, that potential vulnerable favorite.
And I think, coming from way off the pace, the 5 and the 6 should be closer in price than they are.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that I think the 5 should be lower. I'm saying it the other way around.
Mm-hmm. Six will romp Tony. Oldie's against the 6.
He likes the 6
Tony.
over 3.
Tony, who do you like? You love the 6, and Oldie loved the 10. What are the exactas? 10 with the 6 is 40 to 1. 6 with the 10 is, not 40, 20 to 1. And then the 6-10 is actually the favorite in the exacta pool at about 12 to 1. Not a bad, that's also, that's a good try play as well. If both goes right.
Going in.
Yeah, no, I got it.
Strictly Taboo. Blossoming Erudite. Last to load. The Tiffany's Taylor Starter. 11th and final. Going in. All set. And they're on. Really even beginning, then having to get shuffled back. Strictly Taboo. In between horses, Missoula is flashing early speed. Duboff is at the rail. Duboff with a head advantage over Missoula.
10 going to get a better trip than the 6.
Going to be in third. Just behind them, Blossoming Erudite is looking for a spot to tuck in from 4th. At the rail, moving forward, line of right, lime green cap. Losing some ground, Thien is now back to 6th. They're followed towards the outside here from Peony and Kinane. The 2 at the back, that's Soul Hope with Strictly Taboo. Getting shuffled back was the end. A lot of trouble on that turn. 22.51 for that opening quarter mile. Carey is in front. Duboff is not going anywhere. Is right there with that pace setter in between them. Missoula. Just off of them, blossoming Erudite. Purple cap peonies trying to get into it. Keeneland with a lot of ground to make up. The leader is
Come on,
Carey.
10, get him.
In hand, has barely been asked and now kicks for home.
Come on, have her.
Get him,
horse.
10.
Blossoming Erudite starts to lift up on the outside too. Also Sol Hope from far out of it. The lead is Duboff. Blossoming Erudite catching with every stride. Blossoming Erudite
Great call, Oldy.
to the front. Keeneland. Last one with
10-6.
Boom.
See? Just put them together.
Followed by Sol Hope at the end.
Told you, Tony.
0.3.
I finally got one on Tony there.
I like it. What we get on the exacta? 10-6 paid us 16 to 1. That's incredible.
All right. Excellent.
But that we like it. Well done, Oldie. Well done.
I love it.
Those two picks. I mean, he's giving out 16 to 1. Well, Tony, I'm glad you had the exacta.
I mean, I said that from the moment before the start of the late pick 5 that was the horse single, but it went very chalky anyways. But I'll take what I got there. I played a $24 pick 5 that paid paid 100 something, and they had a win bet.
The one ran third. I was hoping the 8 was gonna get up. I played a little trifecta too with the 10 and the 6, but I used the 8 and the 4, not the 1. All right, let's keep rolling. The buy, Oldie, is this your favorite? This is your best bet, right?
Yep, this is the Ontario Derby.
We're getting 2 to 1. Wait a minute here.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No way. No way.
Nobody's taking any money other than the 1.
Why is the 1? He's not joking. 5 to 2. What's happening? Let's watch the race sim real quick, everybody. Jefferson. Gulfstream, Jefferson. We'll do in a minute. We got Santa Anita, then Gulfstream. We're gonna watch Woodbine though first. Race sim. Well, you and I talked about this.
Yeah.
I mean, this horse just looked tough on the front end. A big pace number. Continually pulls away at the second call. The second call, the horse is up by 3 lengths on everybody. Like to see that. We'll keep watching it. Probably slows it down. Lets everybody think they have a chance. And then pulls back away.
It's 2-4 exacta all day here.
Yeah, the 5's really the only other horse running. The 7 is taking money from that perspective as the long shot. So if you do that, I mean, maybe it's just 2-4-7 in the try. And I still can't. It's still very curious to me, Oldie, of why that one horse took all that money. He's not joking. I mean, I guess just comes from but this horse coming off such a big layoff for Josie.
Yeah, but even with that, is this horse better on dirt?
I mean, GSR says so. It has won both its races on synthetic, so I guess it's an unknown because those dirt races didn't run, but I don't know. I still can't believe that we're getting 2 to 1.
Very short price earlier, 6 to 5. It's drifted to 4 to 1, but was not expected to.
Get that sound off there. Sorry.
Yeah, I can't believe we're getting 2 to 1 either.
Still 2 to 1. Let's jump over to the video. They are loading. All right, man, Seti, let's see it. Yeah, Sam. It for sure was early money on the 1, but that was heavy action.
Plate winner Mancetti goes up.
I mean, especially when Mancetti on
Pretty
the E
capable.
morning
Gate number
line
3.
was 1-2, and we're getting 2-1.
Prince of Wales
I
winner,
mean,
run
currently
away again.
8-5. She'll probably take late action. I mean, this horse is probably going to get bet down to even money.
Moves into
Oh,
gate
it's going to
4.
get late action from me.
Borealis
Good
Trail
one.
comes up. Pulls back.
But I'm going to cancel that
He's
late
taking
action
position.
at
It
3
is
to 2.
Wagstaff. Going in next. Into the outside special session. Ball in. Locked up. Off their race in the Ontario Derby to a good line. Wagstaff and Mancetti, both the best. Mancetti in front. He's not joking the inside. Coming through is Runaway again on the pace to join Mancetti. And right behind them now, Pretty Capable from Wagstaff. He's not joking. They're all off the inside, a bit like the King's Plate was. Special session is trapped wide. And a nice run at the back for Borealis Trail early on is relaxed. They turn. And it's Mancetti and Runaway again. They're the top two. Special session flanked wide.
They are
to
not
share
going
third with
fast.
Pretty Capable on the inside of Wagstaff as they
No, and
are slackening
unfortunately,
the tempo
that
here. A length
let
away.
the
He's
four
not
stay in
joking.
this
Fighting the
race.
riders slightly, and Borealis
Yeah, but the
Trail at
jockey
back.
on the 4 is choking.
Mancetti trying to really slow them down. Mancetti's in front up the backstretch by a half to Runaway again and covering ground. Special
Look,
session
I mean,
going
now the
after the
7
leader.
gonna
A length
pass
away.
the
Pretty
4,
Capable's had a nice trail on the
which is
inside.
good. Like,
Then
put the
Wagstaff,
4
a
in
length and a half.
between.
He's not joking, and Borealis Trail. Racing along to the
All right,
4.5.
there we go.
The first half was 49 and 2 and kicking clear. Mancetti by 2 lengths to Runaway again.
Wow.
And Pretty Capable having a good run on the inside. Covering a ton of ground. Special session, a length and a half. He's not joking. Wagstaff and last Borealis Trail. Mancetti hasn't really been tested. Leads 2 lengths. And Pretty Capable starting a run off the inside. Off the track, special session. Runaway again's the first to lose ground. Wagstaff's running on. Then he's not joking. And Borealis Trail. They come down to the final quarter. And they're after Mancetti. Wagstaff's coming home really well. Wagstaff sprinting around the outside of special session.
He's
in the
not even
second.
asked
And
yet,
as they turn,
though.
Borealis Trail's coming up the rail. Mancetti in front. Borealis Trail getting off the inside, looking very dangerous. Borealis Trail the danger. Mancetti from Borealis Trail and Wagstaff.
Come on,
Mancetti a length in front, and this time Borealis Trail is going to go on by. Borealis Trail is the best here today. Borealis Trail wins the Ontario Derby by 2 lengths to Mancetti. Either he's not joking or Wagstaff for show, then special session. Pretty Capable and Runaway again at the back. 150.88.
Womp, womp, womp.
Isaac?
Going in the gate at San Anita.
Yeah, just jump over there.
West side Okie. T-Denge goes up. And Faithful Truth to the outside. In the gate. And they're off. Petite Ange is the first one out of the gate with plenty of company as West Side Okie now comes along with Lena Lingard, and these two have sped 2 lengths clear. Lil Boom Boom now third. Petite Ange a close up fourth, 3 lengths off the lead. Then Countess Bronstein.
I liked Little
Mia
Boom Boom.
Mack
I
is
remember
down at
that
the
here.
rail, followed by a Kitten for Sue. Faithful Truth is second to last. And at the back of the field now, Selsay. They have 3 furlongs
Thought
to
could
go.
be a single,
Lena
potentially.
Lingard on the outside narrowly. West Side Okie keeping pace, just a neck back second. 2 more Lil Boom Booms had a good trip in third. And they're followed by Petite Ange fourth. A gap of 4 back to Mia Mack, who races on the inside. They turn for home, and Lena Lingard goes on now. Gets the best of West Side Okie in second. Here's Lil Boom Boom with threatening strides, though. And Lil Boom Boom on the outside is up to take the lead, coming to the 16th pole from Lena Lingard in second. Selsay is flying home on the outside, but way too late for Lil Boom Boom, who scores by almost 3. Lena.
All right.
Little Boom Boom.
Gulfstream race 10 coming up, Justin.
Yeah, I thought this was the toughest race on the card. One I thought that, I mean, I put the long shot on top, the 6 horse. I thought the 4 was extremely vulnerable. I mean, gonna come from behind. You know, I mean, they're definitely gonna be closing, and this horse is gonna close, but I think it's gonna be really tough to get up. I think the 6 could run well on the front end. The only I didn't like the 2 and the 4, but I thought anybody else could win the race. You can see there the 8 really is there, but you know, the 4 are going to be coming on the dirt, but never easy. You can see Holiday pay. I mean, Ray Lou rides for Safi. I mean, how often do you get a Safi runner at friggin' 23-1? My goodness. Big step up, needs the lead. Cone Compania got Emicio, so I think there will be a hot pace, but I didn't think it necessarily had to set up for the 4. I don't know. It's a tough handicap.
Yeah, I mean, Hades, we all know. Horse burns money.
Yeah.
But, you know, maybe the 8's just faster than everybody.
Well, Armio having a big day, right? I mean,
yeah. I wouldn't pay attention to the GSR because it's a Latin American horse that chipped in here.
Mm-hmm. But
you know, Sanchez is 20% sprint to route, even though this is still one turn.
Then I mean the late pick 3 was extremely tough in my opinion. I think that the sunset pick 6 carryover would be my perspective. But if I had to put a horse on top, I'd put the 6 Oldie. But I do think the 8 run a big race too.
All right, you're gonna go with the 6. I am going to go with the 5, lure him in for Walensky with husbands aboard. Micah husbands, not Patrick, who's shown the ability to be tactical and beat similar in the past. And it's 4 of 9 at the distance and should sit in between the speed and the closing Steel Sunshine.
We shall see. They are. I don't know what is that horse doing. Oh, that's the 4.
Yeah.
Oh, he just getting ready.
He's
getting a little extra run in there.
He's stealing Sunshine. Tony, what budget do you want on a sunset pick 6?
You want to? Oh, Tony, well, it's too late because they're gonna load. It's too much. At least that's my opinion.
I mean, you'd have to take
that, I mean, yeah. Go ahead, Oldie.
I was gonna say you'd have to take a chance somewhere.
Well, which you can, and you have to at Santa Anita, but I thought you needed coverage here. I mean, maybe you could go a little bit narrower, and I thought the last race was tough to narrow too. You know, I'd still use 3 or 4 horses, but
yeah, I'd probably just play 4-8 there, the first pick over the long shot. But by the time I got through Santa Anita, and I'd single Goliad.
Yeah.
Who we talked about. mean, you
I
could.
like the 4 too in that race, but I could see singling Goliad for sure.
I could go 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 4, 8, 6, 9, 5, 2, 10. That's what it comes up with. It does not think that these Anita races are that deep.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that makes sense. That's definitely where I would narrow as well. I mean, we shall see. Speed might be dangerous here. 7 taking Lightning Tones wins the actually finishes second on the race sim, but it's gonna go off as the the 4 are probably gonna go off as the favorite. Actually, it looks like. They are loading, Oldy. Let's jump over. Excuse me.
The horses are at the gate. It's now post time. Moving into line now for race number 10, the Mr. Jordan Stakes.
What? You just said handicap.
Classic, of course, draws the outside.
Yeah, but sometimes they pay people, or people pay to have their name on a race like this. Apparently, Mr. Jordan.
Racing in the Mr. Jordan Stakes. Good start in the center for Lure Him In. Up on the outside, it's Con Compania put into play early. Con Compania to the top. Holiday Pay now moves to take second from Classic, of course, an early third. Lure Him In comes away in fourth in a nice rhythm, about 5 lengths behind. Big Data is next in front of Lightning Tones. Second last is Steel Sunshine, and Hades, devoid of any early speed. He's last of the 8 and better than 11 lengths off the lead of Con Compania. Armio and Con Compania, the Chilean bred, on top by a length and a half, working way out in the center. Ducking over to the inside is Holiday Pay. Classic, of course, follows him. Off the inside goes Lure Him In, orange colors racing in fourth. A gap of 3 more to Lightning Tones, then Big Data. Steel Sunshine starts to get a rally together, and Hades has been no factor early through a 46 3/2 mile. They round the far turn with 5/16 to run. Con Compania about to face a threat as Ocasio moves 3 wide on Classic, of course. He's charging to challenge. In between horses, Holiday Pay, 3 back to Lure Him In. Lightning Tones is a length and a half behind him. Steel Sunshine launching a wide rally. Trying to wind it up from the back is Hades with Big Data as they reach the top of the stretch. They went 3 quarters and 1:10 4. Con Compania has the rail in the lead. Classic, of course, tries again down the center. Lure Him In. Widest of all, Hades just inside him. Steel Sunshine both a long way behind. Lightning Tones begins to put his best foot forward. He's a late challenger. They come past the 16th pole. Con Compania is almost there. Armio in a zone today. Con Compania to win the Mr. Jordan in gate to wire fashion. Lightning Tones was second. It's close for third in 136 flat.
Yeah, this is what it looked like, Tony. 6 or 8. I mean, you can't come from behind on the dirt like that. You got 5 to 1. 7 ran a okay race. 5 had a tough trip. I don't know what was happening there. But, all right. We are moving along, Oldie. Keeneland, the last, I believe, the 10th.
I believe so, yes.
On the turf. Let's watch the race sim real quick. $12 out there, 8 out there. 12 horses taking a little bit of action. Whitworth, Beckman.
Whitworth Bacon.
Look at backgammon, Oldie. I mean, for Mr. Cassie and Irad wins the race sim. Comes, what, 7, 5, 12? Karma Cat. Patron Silver, the second pick, is a firster. I always like to look at the works when I see this. Big work here back in August. Look at that. One horse. This horse can run a big race. Where's Jake to ask him about Patron Silver?
I look at it as he didn't write a note on that horse.
Oh, I don't know if he did this race. I think he might not have done this one. Yeah, he didn't. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. But I think I mean, when I see a work like that, right, and then they just like steady string of works, I mean, this horse ready to go. Jose rides. Jose's 9 of 18 with McPeak, Oldie. McPeak don't do great with firsters, but she looked ready to go.
What about this 2-horse Treasure Time for Safi? Ships in that they shipped it in when the Keeneland meet opened around October 5th. He's only had 5 starters, so you can't really judge his meet, but he's 20%, 1 of 5. So far, the works are pretty decent. There, it looks like it's bred for turf.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, this horse a player. I still am looking at the one. Let's look at Maverick Queen. Let me get the sound too. They do such a great job at Keeneland loading on time.
Yeah.
Nothing strong here. Been up at Turfway. Hardy doesn't really run. Only has 4 runners at Keeneland. Concepcion rides. The 5, Gellner, first starter here. Ben Curtis in town to ride too. Wow. Ships in. I mean, he obviously was really happy with that first out effort at Kentucky Downs.
Yeah.
6 horse for Colebrook. 0 for 8 at the meet. Not for me as a 1%er. Backgammon still the value at 5 to 1, Oldie. Ran some big races that have been in Kentucky for all 4 starts, so has the experience to win the race sim. Shane's the Brains, the 8 horse. Doug O'Neill ships in and Frankie aboard. Current favorite.
Yeah, I don't get it.
This is 7 or 1 for me, I would say, Oldie.
I'd be 1 or 2, either of the firsters.
Oh, yeah, and you talked about the 2.
Angelic Katie moves
And
in
then
line
the 7.
along with Liam's Latte.
The 7's burnt a bunch of money in terms of, I think the 7 needs the lead.
Fire, also
might be what I'm
Cat
really
walking
saying.
up. Here's Backgammon. Pashmina will be the last one. Comes forward. Goes in, they're at the post. And they're off. There goes Backgammon. Backgammon comes right out for the early lead. Patron Silver is there toward the inside. Change the Brains up close as they head for the first turn, along with Unlikely Queen, who stacks up toward the outside with Fog Cove, and Karma Cat, who's out toward the center of the course, heading on to the first turn. It is Backgammon to the rail with the lead by 2 lengths. Change the Brains will go second, a lane off the rail around the first turn. Unlikely Queen is in third, Fog Cove, then Patron Silver, who is 5th down toward the inside. Karma Cat is a wide 6th off the first turn and onto the backstretch. Angelic Katie, between horses, is in 7th position and is followed by Maverick Queen, who travels along in the 8th spot. Pashmina 9th. Liam's Latte is in 10th. Treasured Times is 11th, and Fire last of the 12. They are still stacked up across the course, contesting the lead. It is Backgammon and then Change the Brains.
The one's getting a beautiful trip.
Yeah.
time for the opening quarter as they head off the end of the backstretch. 48.43 seconds. The
Slow
time for the
second.
first half-mile backgammon. The leader by a length. Change the brains in second. Patron Silver up the inside to third as they round the far turn. Karma Cat has lost ground, and Maverick Queen moves up to her inside, takes over fourth. She's 5 lengths off the lead as they come toward the quarter pole. Backgammon leads it by a length and a half. Patron Silver there to the inside. And you've still got Change the Brains, who's right there toward
Come
the
on,
outside.
Seven.
From third to second. Change the Brains and also Unlikely Queen and Maverick Queen and Maverick
Keep
Queen
going,
now goes to third.
7-1.
Oh, got to catch backgammon. Patron Silver in second. After that brief move, nothing more from Change the Brains.
There we go.
Backgammon leads Patron Silver by 2 to the wire. It is
Boom, Justin.
Backgammon to win it by 2 lengths on the line. Patron Silver across the wire in second position. Maverick Queen was third. Liam's Latte came up the inside fourth, and Treasured Times from the outside to grab fifth.
One of the things I would say though on this too is like, look where you can see that the cars are not playing in the win pool, Oldie.
Yeah.
Because they have the same algorithm, and the horse went off at 6-1, and the 2-1 E morning line. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much value on a horse like that. I mean, 6 times 31% is nearly 200%.
Yeah.
And then, so I'm curious what the exacta paid. So the exacta paid 30-1? No way. That can't be right. That'll be crazy if that's actually accurate. I think that's, oh no, that's not the right race. Sorry. I was like, oh, maybe it is the right race. You all seen that? 30-1 on the 7-1? Wow. We take those, Oldie.
Yeah. Definitely take that.
That's outstanding. Are you all seeing that? 30-1?
I'm looking right now.
That's what I'm seeing on
Yeah, that's what I see.
me. Wow. That's it. I mean, I don't care. That's incredible. All right. Tony, I did not look at the late Santa Anita pick 5. Let's Ollie, you want to talk? What do we have? 2 more. We got about another, what, an hour? Not quite. We want to go to, let's go to Woodbine. Is the late pick 5 at Santa Anita?
Race 6.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's go to Woodbine first, Oldie. We didn't get a chance to really cover this race. Let's watch the race sim first. Oldie has a single at Santa Anita. You like Goliad. I still think the 4 can win that race, but lukewarm favorite here in
I can tell you the 4 for sure will not win that race.
That's fine. I like Goliad too.
No, I promise you it will not win that race.
No, it doesn't matter. We're at Woodbine. So.
It's scratched, Justin.
Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah. Then
I can 100% guarantee that the 4 would not win that race.
Well, then I would agree with you. Goliad is a single. So that's probably where I would single. So, I mean, the betting is wide open here, Oldie. Look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 horses between 3-1 and 7-1.
I like the 5 souped up here at 5-1. Rafael Hernandez picks up the ride. It's 3-6 at the distance in the money all 6 times. And I don't think that Victory Achieved has to win here or has to finish in the money even. Hasn't the last 3 times out. There's other speed here.
I mean, this is a tough allowance race. I mean, look at that. Both those grade 3s were the same strength of race. Right?
Yep.
And I never like when horses get an easy lead and stop versus easier. I mean, I know that bounced around early, so maybe there's an excuse, but
I'd
take
be
and
on.
hold second. I mean, does the 2 need the lead?
I think so.
Then, I mean, but they're going to be flying then.
I'd be 5-4-7 here.
Wow.
7 could get the pace setup here.
So if we don't use the 2 or the 8, what's it say? 4-5. So if we get rid of both speeds, I mean, the 4 are going to get the jump on the 7, huh?
Yeah. 4 is 3 or 5 at the distance.
I'd probably put the 4 on top. I mean, this horse, it seems like it'll get a great pace setup. To your point, this horse has run all its best efforts at 6.5.
Yeah, and it's that they ran it long last time. Maybe didn't in the Bold Venture. That was that crazy race that no, that wasn't. I'm thinking that was the race that that Patches got hurt in, but that was earlier in the year. Patches won the Bold Venture the year before.
Why does anybody know why there's an inquiry at Keeneland? Rest in peace to Patches, Oldie.
Yep. I'm gonna look real fast at Keeneland for you. Inquiry does not involve the winner. It's the 11.
What about the 1?
Or the second place horse. It's the 11
Okay.
who finished 4th that the inquiry's on.
Okay, good. I was getting worried about my exacta for a minute.
I knew what you were thinking there.
I think you would use. I'm only going to use 4 or 5 in my daily double. What you like the 7 too, though, right?
Well, from a exacta standpoint, I think the 7 has a big shot to get a piece there.
I like the 4 a lot at this price. My gosh. But and it's the top pick, Oldie. I mean, isn't this race just setting up for the 4?
I think it's setting up for the 4 or the 7.
I'm only using 1. I'm using the 4. Okay. And then let's look at the last race. I'm going to try to get a daily double. We got 2 minutes. Oh, no. It's a maiden.
Yeah, it's a mess. I can tell you that right now. Maybe you play to the 1 and the 8 and hope that one of those 2 wins. The low percentage trainer on the 8, on both horses, actually. That's the problem.
Yeah, maybe the daily double, not the play.
Maybe you just 5 to 1. You just play a win bet on the 4.
Yeah, that's actually what I just did. I was still looking though. The 1 wins the race sim though, fairly easy. Look at that. Huh. 0 for 22 though. My goodness, Oldie, what is happening?
No way.
Oh,
no way.
It's one of these races. Look at I always like to look at the long shot in races like this. I mean, they just gelded the 3. It did run a good race, 2 back. Oh my God, you're right. This is a brutal race. Okay. No,
6 is second time Ross.
No daily double bet. That's not a good bet. I just played the 4 to win. I'm rooting for the 4.
All right, Justin's on the 4.
The 4, Sam, the 4 going a little bit crazy. That's no good. That's okay. I'm still gonna stick with the 4. Oh, you think is the 4 game worked up? The 2 looks like it was too. The 2 the favorite.
All right, they're getting close to the gate, so I'll put that up here.
Well, the 4 taking action. I mean, maybe then Oldie 7. Maybe you're right, Oldie. Maybe. Let me hop over. They are loading at the bind.
Gate 5 looks well.
I mean,
is out to 7
even the
to
1 has a shot here. I'm going to take a shot on the 1.
Just pulling back. Victory Achieved goes in.
On a win bet here.
Souped up off the layoff here. It's Twin City, and I'm a Gambler facing the
I forgot about this horse.
As
Should sit
The
a
one?
Twin City
Yeah, should sit a middle trap.
I'm a Gambler
Beat 68.
3, and now the turn of
2 back. Didn't run last time. Then coming off a big layoff, but you know, it's best.
That ownership.
Could
They're
win
almost
here.
Right. Lucky score is set. Old Chestnut outside gate. Stand by for a start. They're ready. Lock. Off and racing, and a good start for Old Chestnut. Away sharply in the lead from the outside. Twin City began well, driving to the front. Victory Achieved. Super
I think this
there,
pace
and
can be
Rascal
hot,
contesting
man.
on the inside. And as they settle, Lucky Scores a long last.
Race
The
11
Youngster
this
on the rail,
afternoon,
Relays
7
Rascal
furlongs,
not
the
giving any piece to Victory
43rd
Achieved to
running
put
of
the
the
head in
Florida
front.
Sire
Legs Old
Stakes, the
Chestnut, they're
affirmed
tearing
division,
along here.
$200,000
Trying to fix it.
City,
and
2 to
we
I'm a
have no
Gambler. Play Me a Tune is on the outside, and a long last Lucky Score.
Wow,
has
one
plenty
got
of
the
speed
lead
to
even,
target.
Oldie.
Reloads Rascal Victory Achieved.
I
Old
didn't want
Chestnut,
the one
they
on the
stack up
lead,
3
though.
across the track. 2 away, souped up on the outside. Twin City, a length and a half away on the rails. I'm a Gambler getting to work, and then Play Me a Tune. Lucky Scores catching ground. The top 2 raced away. Victory Achieves the first to drop off, and it's Reloads Rascal and Old Chestnut, only a length and a half, souped up. Starting to wind up, I'm a Gambler. Play Me a Tune finishing really well, and now Lucky Score coming into it. They turn.
7
Reloads
gonna have
Rascal
to
still
go
in front with
wide.
Old Chestnut, souped up. I'm a Gambler, and looking for room. Play Me a Tune will go to the inside. Lucky Score trying to mow them all down, right down the outside, and may just do that. Lucky Score's inhaling the entire field, and despite being so far last, Lucky Score has gone to the front, and Lucky Score is just a class act. Lucky Score never runs a bad race, and this is another victory. Lucky Score a couple of lengths behind the souped up or out wide Twin City.
man,
I'm a Gambler.
no.
Play Me a
No.
Tune. Reloads Rascal at the tail end. Old Chestnut.
Did the 6 get up?
And Victory Achieved.
I think it
Weekend
did.
wins
I think it came
1:16.13,
7,
the winning
6,
time.
5.
Because that 7-5 exacta would be. I did play that.
I know. I think the here, go back to the video real quick. I think the 6 got up. It did. It got the
Did,
great
yeah.
Bob too. Wow.
The winner is number 7, Lucky Score, in the first quarter there, 21 and 4.
Right.
Wesley, Santa Anita. You can see Santa Anita here. Keeneland Rossi was the 7, Siete.
Frustrating.
I know that was close, Oldie.
Well, it could have been a huge exacta. That was paying a lot. Just to make myself miserable, I'm going to go look and see what that was paying.
It must have been like 30 to 1 again.
7-5 was 87 to 1.
At these girls, and there was
For a
one that
buck?
absolutely
Yep.
stood out in the paddock. That is
Wow.
a Violet Song. So
You almost
much
had
so,
291 to
I went up
1,
and
90 to
accosted
1
her
today.
trainer, Peter Miller, and simply said, "Hey, what about
Yep.
your filly? Do you like her? Do you like her?" He said he's been waiting some time.
All right, Peter Miller.
All right,
Does he
Tony
like
wants
this
a pick 5 at Santa Anita.
After, I mean, we
Next race. No, next race. I know.
I do have one for it.
Okay, I'm gonna look too then. I think, but I'm with you then. If I'm with you on Goliad, Goliad still stayed as the long shot. Interesting.
So if this 4 horse, who's the second pick, breaks better, I think it's got a big shot here. Two doesn't look like turf, but is working really well. Value seems to be on the 780s for Garcia just missed last time out, first time on the turf. It's Anita.
Let's skip this race.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a mess. I'll go with the 7 here. Who, as I mentioned, 80s, just missed first time out on the turf. GSR 1 up going to the turf.
Well, there's a horse in race 6 at Santa Anita. Its name is Stay for the Boom.
D'Amato.
Yes.
Yeah.
With Umberto.
It was one of the 3 horses I was using in that race.
I'm assuming you use 157.
You'd be correct, sir.
The 6 runs monster race on the race sim. That's pretty incredible.
I mean, the 7 getting back to dirt needs the lead, though. There, AP again.
Yeah, that horse has a big look.
We'll get to GP11 as well.
That's the boys in the stakes.
We did break that down in the weekend preview as well. We're at about, here we go.
All right, lay loading. Good luck, all. Jesus, you like the 4 here? Good luck, buddy.
Quattro. Quattro, quattro, quattro.
And they're off. Humidity was off slowly. Drewliner broke very alertly and will go straight to the front, headed quickly by 80s. 80s takes the lead by the stands the first time. Violet Song a clear-cut second, and Drewliner is going to get a perfect setup in third. Nancy 2.0 moves up widest of all. Cecilia Street in the green is right next to her.
Nancy 2.0, big improvement over Nancy 1.0, by the way.
80s is the clear-cut leader over Violet Song as they move past the 6-furlong pole. Nancy 2.0 is in third. Drewliner along the rail in fourth. Then it's Cecilia Street, 6 lengths off the leader. Training Good is second to last, and Humidity is 8 lengths off the lead.
80s might be gone here at 7-1.
80s and Umberto Rispoli clear by almost 3 lengths to Violet Song in second. Nancy 2.0 racing side by side with Drewliner with less than a half mile to go. It's another 2 back to Training Good on the inside of Cecilia Street, and Humidity has trailed throughout. Into the far turn, chasing 80s. 80s still in charge, leads it by 2 lengths. Violet Song is in second. Drewliner now gets third to herself. Nancy 2.0 under pressure, not responding.
Hasn't asked at all.
Cecilia Street, Training Good, and Humidity. There hasn't been much change. They turn for home. 80s still to catch. 2.5 length lead.
Kicks away.
Furlong to finish the job. Still running on well. Drewliner is now kicking in on the outside, moving into second, but 80s has a 4.
There's another 7-1 winner.
Drewliner, Cecilia Street,
much the best.
Late, but they're all battling for minor awards behind 80s, who made every polo winning one, reporting home 4.5 lengths clear. Drewliner was second. Cecilia Street up for third. Fourth between Training Good and Humidity.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
I love goal.
Well done. Well done. 2 minutes post Gulfstream. The boys with the stakes race this time, Oldy. We had talked about this race yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe today will be lightning in a bottle, man, and another horse will win from the outside. But I thought this one was a lot more competitive than the fillies. Can't remember. I think I had I had the 3 on top, I believe.
Well, my top choice, the 4, is currently 17-1.
Yeah, I remember you liked the 4 for Mr. Pinchin.
Just don't pinch him. But yeah, Trelawney for pinching. Out of Uncle Chuck.
It's a good one. We shall see. There's the 7 horse as well as the 1. Amicio having a big day. Mr. Jaramillo. He trying to catch Miguel Vasquez. Numero 7, Docio out. Antonio, numero 7. Alberto, and I just can't play that 11. Not happening.
No,
I think the 11 hit the board, but Patrick, you like the 7? I was all to win or Squire. Go ahead, Oldie.
I think it's 4-5-3 is what I'm playing here for an exacta.
I played a pick 3 from that last race. I only had the 3-5 though, so I'll throw a few bucks on your 4 since it can be my cover bet.
And I'm looking here. You got the Wutan clan, maybe the 7 for Sano here.
Why? I mean, he already won a race today, Oldie. You think he's gonna win 2 races? He won a race last week too.
But the thing is that horse maybe can race, maybe can't. I'm not sure. But yeah, I think 4, 5, or 3. But Trelawney, that effort was actually pretty good in the Dr. Fager.
Yeah, I think it wouldn't surprise me if you're a 4 wins. This can be an interesting race. This one, I think. I'm not trusting that 11 from out there.
Definitely.
The 9 was another horse. I thought that the 8 and 9 probably run a good race.
Yeah, but the 9 doesn't get the benefit of any scratches helping it with post positioning.
No, I don't think it can win. I mean, I'm with you. Definitely would be a more of a use in the try with the 10 and 11.
Man, Crichton's really been cold.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get the sound on here.
Ain't gonna be quick from there. But I think a horse like you said, only 3, 4, 5. I think
the horses are at the gate. It's now post time. Lining up and moving in for the feature of the day, the affirmed division of the Florida Sire Stakes, 7 furlongs of the journey. Wide open betting board here. All to win going forward with Micanopy going up next. Last 2 forward are Kozalite and Hawk. Hawk getting ready.
Good luck.
Goes a light to the outside.
Great stakes race. The
Yep.
fourth Sire Stakes.
If this camera angle is correct, the outside horses are also very slanted.
Racing in
against
the
them.
affirm division of the Florida Sire Stakes.
Wow, and they don't have speed.
Wooten gets the first call and fires right to the early lead. From the outside, Hawk is away in second, and at the inside, Squire into the top flight.
11 did find a
Kozolite
good
gets away
spot,
well
though.
from
That
his
was
outside
impressive.
draw.
That
He's now
might run
moved
a
into
good
second,
race.
flanking the leader. At the rail, it's Strategic Risk, who's only 3 lengths off the lead while on the improve, then All to Win. 2 back to Camagol, who's 3 in front of Trelawney. He's racing together with Micanopy, and I'm Tough Enough. Out the back early is He's My Uncle. The opening quarter in 22 and 3. Reasonable fraction put up by Wooten, who's inside the half-mile marker with a lead of a half a length. Kozolite poised to strike while on the bridle second. 2 back to Strategic Risk. He's now third. 4 wide, All to Win. 3 wide and trying to run is Squire. Dropping back is Hawk. A gap of 3 more to Trelawney.
Wow,
who's underway,
one
just
took a
went
lot
by
of action,
Camagol
too.
as they reach the top of the stretch. Lionel Reyes lets out a notch on Kozolite. He has the lead. Strategic Risk moving to him second. Hawks back
done.
running again behind them.
5
Trelawney
wide.
red blinkers, Squire and All to Win wide on the course, and they're at the top of the stretch. They went 45 and
come
1
on,
for the
Three.
opening
Keep
half
going,
mile. They're an
Three.
eighth of a mile from home. Kozolite leads by 2. Squire charging hard down the center. Strategic Risk is in the
No.
middle.
From out there,
Kozolite's
Oldie.
almost there. Squire's up into second, but that's as far as he gets. The affirmed goes to Kozolite. Kozolite by 3 in the end. Squire is second. Third is
Didn't quite get as hot of a pace as we were thinking there.
I didn't think the 8 or the 11 was going to be up front like that. That impressed me. I thought that horse. I mean, I guess on the race sim it was right there. So all right. We going to Woodbine.
Yeah, we got a while. We got 13 minutes. So maybe, do we want to talk about the Anita pick 5 now?
Yeah, why don't we do that? Yeah, because I guess we're coming to an end too, so that's perfect.
All right, you guys can see my screen, hopefully.
Yeah, you're good.
Here's what I've got. So I'm 157, Sal Elliott, Stay for the Boom, both taking significant drops in here. And then AP again. Then I'm 3, 4, 6, 8 in the Maiden 50. Of note, you know, that the 7 does have a big GSR increase, but didn't run well off the turf at Del Mar, and the turf efforts aren't all that great.
This, I mean, so it's a Maiden 50, Oldie. How much time we have? Okay, we have 20 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
So, wait, so what'd you use in this leg? 3, 4, 3, 4, 6, 8?
Yeah. You could add the 7
yeah.
here. On the off chance that 5 doesn't break like that, the 7 could be gone.
So I don't think the 9 can run, right?
Right.
The 1 and 2 definitely can't run.
So let's make them go away.
I mean, the 6 runs a monster race. My goodness, Oldie. Pipey for 11 at the meet, though. Ugh. But I mean, the horse is working lights out.
All right, so what if this Peter Miller horse, who hasn't shown speed in the past, even though the race sim thinks it will, and kind of breaks slow, doesn't break? Doesn't the 7 then potentially get an easy lead? I mean, watch what happens when I take the 5 out here.
Well, and the 7's never gotten the lead, Oli. Not once. I mean, horses like this, I guess that's not, it did get the lead last out on the dirt, I guess.
Yeah, going 6 furlongs, GSR goes back up. Only has 1 routing attempt on the turf.
Yeah.
I think you
I
gotta
would
use it.
use that horse. I
So
mean,
that's where I am now. I think that's fine.
so some of these came out. Did they all come out of? Many of them were in that Del Mar race. So the 8, the 6, and the 3 were all in that same Del Mar race. The 8 ran 3rd, was in the 1 post, and now gets outside, lightly raced. The 7 was not. The 6 was in that race. It did take money. Kind of had a weird trip, but didn't really run, but maybe kind of had a bad trip. And then the
Or it
3
might
was
have just been first
flying.
off the layoff, too. I don't know if I can use
Yeah,
it.
well, I know, and that bit and then the 3 is Mullins and Barrios.
Yeah, you got to use that.
I'm mainly looking at the 4, but I just don't like that horse. But I guess
it's dropping.
I know, but
Papa's bad turf to dirt, but
I'm not okay. All right, you're using 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8. I think I'm just gonna use 3. I think I'm gonna cut the 4. Okay, let's keep going. All right.
All right, maiden 20s.
Ooh. Yeah. See. Okay, and then we're single goalie, Adam, with you there. So. Yeah, let's watch the race, Sam.
I think you can throw out the 410. I mean, they're 5 lengths back by first call, so.
Dave, good to see you, Mr. Duncan. Yeah, I mean, they have no speed. I mean, the 6 is the speed of the speed. 8 got big morning line angle. GSR increases on the 3 and 7.
I mean, it could just be between the 6 and the 9, but you know, I thought that the 8 just may not be that talented. I mean, did almost win a maiden special weight on the lead though at Del Mar.
And so the 1, the 2 can be cut. Can the 4 be cut? I mean, can the 4 run a race? It has a good work, but I don't even know who this trainer is.
He's 2% in the last year, and the trainer and the jockey's 6%. So I'm gonna cut that horse. I would cut the 5, even though it's dropping.
Yeah, the win percent, like that horse hasn't been running.
And then it's the 8-3.
Yeah, it kind of comes that I got to the same as you. It comes down to 3, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I mean, the 3 is the long shot, but Papa's 0 for 15 turf to dirt. Papa
Dude,
Modelo.
Glatt's having an awful meet. My goodness.
You have McCarthy.
He's 6. He must be, what, 2 wins out of 36?
I have a feeling the 7's going to run huge first time dirt. Look at 28% turf to dirt on McCarthy, 3rd off the layoff.
How do I'm curious on the post to that 9. Although that hasn't been treating me well today. Well, I guess you can win from out there. You gotta have speed though in the Santa Anita dirt, and all these horses do. I mean, the 6 might wire the field, Oldie. but maybe not.
I mean, this 8 is fast. It's gotten the lead twice. It's 2 seconds in maiden special weights. I don't believe that the maiden special weights at Del Mar were 38s.
The seven's the sneaky player, man, on the move back to the first time dirt.
Yep, 28% on turf to dirt, too, for McCarthy.
Okay, let's keep going. And then single lane Goliad. So why don't you talk about Goliad since
I mean, won the Mint Millions last year, won 2 at Kentucky Downs, hasn't won since, but was on the lead in the Breeders' Cup Mile against way, way better than this group, and has been facing way, way better than this group just in general. If the 7 doesn't break, this race could be over immediately. There's really not much here. The 1, who's 5-2 on the morning line, is 2 for 13 at the distance. The 6 is being allowance company. The 3 hasn't won since 2023, and the 2's dirt horse. Six for 19 at the distance. Made $1.8 million. Nobody else in this field has made over $250,000 on the turf, or at 8 furlongs, I should say.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you. I'm with you. I think Goliad is definitely would be my single too.
And then I am spread in the last year. I thought this race was wide open. I think this 11 for Tamayo is the long shot is very interesting here. Just missed last time out against similar at Los Al.
Yeah, I mean, if the 2 doesn't wire the field, the 11 is the horse right there, Oldie.
Yeah, and the 6 I think's got a shot too there. And the system thinks the 2 won't get the lead.
You can cut a lot of horses in that race, though, right? I mean, I don't think that the 9 probably can win. I don't think that the 1 can win. I don't think the 4 can win.
I think the 1 can win. The 1, look at the first race on dirt there. That horse almost came off the pace and won.
But like
a similar group, and there's nobody.
It gets an extra half furlong. I get so if the pace stops,
it's the 11 or the 1 if the pace stops.
Yeah, I could see that then.
What did I just do? I just messed something up here. Hold on. So right now I'm at 187.50 if I don't add anything anywhere or subtract. Except for I messed this leg up. I was going to add the 8 here. I haven't decided what to do.
The 8 in the last?
No, the 8 in race 8.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, 100% needs the lead. I mean, that's where I think as deep as I think to go there. but you could leave the 8 off and take the chance.
Well, we watch the last at Woodbine real quick, Oldie, and then we come back and finish it up. Yeah, I would agree, Dave. I think you have to use the 8 as well. Dave, Dave, who was your top pick in the? Oh, we lost. Oh no, you're back. I didn't see where you went. Can you pull up Woodbine, Oldie?
Yeah, I gotta hit that. That's what it was.
There you go.
Next to join is Aim, don't miss. Fraser Abley on Earning My Ears, gate number 6.
Fraser and his Abley.
The band of Vandamish has Carrick on stage. Gate 7, it was a big price. It was Earning My Ears around 8 to 1. Carrick on stage, always out to a big price here. And it is Super Strider waiting. Carrick on stage, backpedaling. Late money coming in for Super Strider, still second favorite. Goes up. Chief Lion, Hart. And Slade Jones. Deshaun Gaskin on MC Lovin. Pulling out behind the gate still MC Lovin. Now walks forward. It's gone up. Chestnut is set. The last is Bourbon on a Holiday. The outside gate for David Morrow. Yeah, almost right. They're set to run. On their way in a door from the outer, gone at the back. Away very sharply in the center is Earning My Ears, who ran straight to the front. Coming fast, Super Strider to contest. They're out by a couple of lengths. Going through to be third is Big Lou over on the inside. Racing Handy, Aim, Don't Miss. Bourbon on a Holiday. Carrick on stage just ahead of him, and up the rails Ashuka. These top two have got well ahead. Ashuka coming to third. Little worse than mid-pack on the rails, Halcon Negro and Dragon's Cork Ground. A gap of 7 lengths. The others at the back, Chief Lionheart and MC Lovin. They're well strung out. These top two are really hammer and tongs going at each other. Super Strider and Earning My Ears.
Justin, weren't you once known as MC Lovin?
Ashuka and Big Lou.
What, say again?
To the Bourbon on a Holiday running.
There's a horse called MC Lovin in here. I said, wasn't that what you were once known as?
Second last MC Lovin, and up on the inside is
McLovin.
Lionheart. Now the leaders are still out in front by 4, but Ashuka's coming. On the rails, Earning My Ears, the outer Super Strider coming faster, Ashuka and Big Lou, and they come after them with every stride, and Dragon and Bourbon on a Holiday right behind. As the race changes complexion, Super Strider at the mercy of Ashuka, out wide Big Lou, and Bourbon on a Holiday swamping them, and flying home is Halcon Negro in the center. Bourbon on a Holiday's gone to the front and got clear. Halcon Negro making ground. Dragon is there. Halcon Negro, bit of a chance. Bourbon on a Holiday in front. Dragon on the inside. Dragon coming. Bourbon on a Holiday holding. Bourbon on a Holiday the winner. Dragon second. Halcon Negro third. Then Ashuka. A gap, Aim, Don't Miss.
Bourbon on a Holiday. For Michael Doyle. Not having a good meet, but gets the win there.
All right, 4 minutes. Santa Anita. Pick 5. What's that? Oh, you pull up the video. What's the pool? 300,000. Wow. The one horse is taking such a big drop. It maybe just has question marks for Saul Elliott. Currently 2 to 1.
7's getting bet heavy too, though. Currently 5 to 2.
That horse getting crushed, Oldie.
Yeah. Which means the 5 really isn't taking money, because the 5 is 9 to 2 right now. And nobody else.
The 4 is also not taking any action.
Looking at the 4 on the track right now.
The 5 horse has such a great morning line. That value's crazy, Oldie, at 9 to 2.
For sure.
Boom Chica Boom's the dam. Stay for Boom is the name of that 2-year-old. Such a great name.
Well, and it just the 1 and 5 are big droppers here.
Yes. I mean, you can completely toss the in my opinion, the turf race for the 5. I mean,
And also
go ahead.
second time D'Amato.
The late pick 5 starts right here. Race number 6 with Cardiff 4. 6
And we do have positive notes. So Mike
see the
says
horses
strong
coming up
value
behind
angle.
me, and honestly, I could wax lyrical about
Class
every
relief
single
setup.
one of them because they
Positive
all look
barn
pretty damn
trend
great out here.
with
I can
D'Amato,
really
the move to
knock none
D'Amato.
of these on appearance or how they've warmed up.
Gets a
Everybody
rider
stayed with the
upgrade.
pony and has
He
behaved
thinks the
very,
5
very
has a
well. I will give
winning
you a little bit of a long shot in here, and that is very
fit
quiet.
here.
I think this gelding by Instagram has warmed up very nicely under Ricky Gonzalez. Big step up in class here, but I just like the way he's acting. He's got those usual lot of cotton wool in the ears there for the Peter Miller trainees. So really liking what I'm seeing from very quiet and pretty much everybody in here. While we're talking about horses, just want to let you know that the only place to watch Breeders' Cups works is on First TV. You can go to
I mean, the win
first.com
percent
or
like
First
skyrockets,
TV
which you
/
love to
Breeders'
see.
Cup, and we'll have the Breeders' Cup portal. It's up and running. We had no fewer than 17 Breeders' Cups horses.
I just
work
think
this morning, led,
that
of course,
first
by Baeza. Journalism worked yesterday. You have Imagination, Brandt, Gold Phoenix.
I mean,
LA
the 1,
Worry,
4, and 7,
Worry,
I
Full
think, are all going to be
Serrano,
going, and
Lakita,
the 5 could
Topian,
just sit
AG
the
Bullet,
trip.
Meaning, Dr. Venkman, Seismic
Or at
Beauty,
least-
Boyd, Tamara, and that was just today. So First TV, the place for all your Breeders' Cup works. Horses at the start for race number 6. Good luck.
All right. Start of the late pick 5.
I'm gonna place a win bet on the 5. Mine would 3.
Moving in, last few for the 6th at Santa Anita. The late pick 5 starts here. Pool about to head over the $500,000 mark.
Great
Very
pool,
quiet,
Woody.
and AP again.
Yes.
AP again for Calumet Farm. Standing behind the gate.
The old Calumet Farm play.
Still getting 5 to 1 on that
We're all
horse.
in line.
Well, let's stay for the
they're
boom.
off. Italio is very quick, but it's an even break with several vying for command, including Opus Uno and Saul Elliott at the rail, a close-up third. Marco's Performance, followed by Stay for the Boom, racing between rivals, 5th and 4 off the lead. Then AP again, very quiet, gets a nudge at the back of the field. And the leader is Opus Uno, past the half-mile pole. Peter Miller first and last, as Opus Uno leads it by 2 lengths. Between rivals, Marco's Performance, Italio on the outside, and Saul Elliott at the rail. Those 3 right across the track. Then comes AP again, Stay for the Boom, and 7 more to Very Quiet. Approaching the quarter pole, and it's Opus Uno leading by a length. On the outside, Italio trying to challenge in second. They're followed by Saul Elliott, Marco's Performance in between horses. Extreme outside, AP again. They're in the final furlong. Opus Uno a length. Saul Elliott with a clear shot, grinding away at him on the outside. They're followed by Italio in third, and Saul Elliott is up to take the lead.
I'll take it
home.
because
Opus Uno's fighting back.
Oh, come on, 4.
Oh, come on. No.
Yeah,
No.
Opus Uno.
Did you not
in
use
the Kegel
No, I didn't use the 4. I hated the
defeating
4.
Saul
Tony
Elliott
liked
in
the
a
4.
thriller.
I thought
Italio
you
a
were
distant
gonna.
third.
Oh, sorry, I was rooting for the wrong horse for you. My 5 horse didn't run at all.
No, neither did the 7.
Yeah, the 7 had a little bit too much. That 6
Photo
horse
finish.
was friggin' running monster for a bit. Wow. Oh, good job, Tony.
That was my
92.
concern, was that the 1 wouldn't pass anybody.
The one got a good bob. I don't know if the 1 ever got ahead though.
Oh, we're gonna get a
No.
look. No.
I don't think it did. That's very close, though, Oldie. It's always so hard to tell based on the angle. Wow, that horse
No.
was game. That was crazy how game that horse was.
Was it game or did the one just not want to go by?
Well, yes. I mean, that could be it, too. Yeah, that looks like 4.
4 all day. There we go.
Jeez, Italia
Opus Uno was
monster.
first. 1 Sol Elliott second, 6 Italio third, and 5 Stay for the Boom was fourth.
Well, you can always play your pick 4 back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
I
good.
get it. We got one more at the stream, then we're gonna close it down, Ollie.
Sure.
No, we do have one more at Gulfstream.
Yeah.
Where I can. Sorry, I lost my screen. All right, one more at Gulfstream, and then we're gonna let y'all go. Hit the like, hit the subscribe for us. We appreciate everybody being here. We will be back. Big weekend next weekend, Oldie. We got Breeders' Cup in 2 weeks, but next weekend, aren't we doing shows on Saturday and Sunday?
Yeah, that's correct. You're right.
So 2 shows next week. Well,
And
2 shows on the weekend. We'll have a special show for Santa Anita closing day, correct?
Correct, yes. And we'll also have the weekend preview. I would say stay tuned for an announcement from Scotty pretty soon on what's coming for the Breeders' Cup as well, in terms of what EquinEdge is going to be doing on top of what you normally see in the system.
I was 4382 here. I absolutely did not like the 7, but it's taking money. We'll watch the race sim as we close this down. They haven't got to the gate yet, so.
What about the long shot, the 8 here for Cassie?
I like that horse a lot, Oldie. And Dave, if you're still here, I think I like this horse even because it had a work, Dave, if I remember correctly. The 7 is coming, 3 and 4. There's not a lot of speed on the turf for a 5 furlong turf sprint. But if we go back to the 8 Eternal Mandate, I mean, this is a good work back here from Mr. Dave Duncan. He always talks about you run a work at, on average, less than 12 seconds per furlong. So 4 furlongs, you're looking for anything below 48. That's good. And was on the Tapeta, and then they just continually got ready. Also run some nice works here as well. But Casio for 15 is the concern, Oldie. But you know, I think that horse is a player. Time for Peace for Sweezy. I mean, got to the turf and really improved. But second off, I mean, I think this horse, but synthetic, no, that's not a synthetic to turf, but 2-year-olds doesn't do great. And then the Lucky Wang Coco, you know, has, obviously this horse has some talent, Oldie, and look at the increase in the win percent. You know, up to that's so massive. I think the 2's a Safi. Yeah.
2's a Safi. Doesn't look like turf. But it is a Leinster, so maybe.
The 7 horse is the favorite. Working nicely as well.
Those 2 horses working together, 7 and 8. They might.
Oh, is this? You're right. This is a Cassie too. Huh.
And it looks like
it's interesting.
Working a little better.
Yeah. Well.
But there is a break in the works on the 7 that's a little concerning.
Yeah, that's a month too. Yeah, you can, Dave, you're right. I mean, those are 3 good works right here. I mean, all these are obviously fairly good, but sometimes I wonder if this, you know, horses like this, I'm like, are you a Morning Glory horse? but it's taking a lot of action.
I mean, my biggest concern on that horse again is that the break after
Gap.
September 6th to October 3rd. I'm assuming they probably had it scheduled and they scratched it and then couldn't find a race, maybe. But I would think they would have it work more than taking a month off, essentially.
Yeah. All right. We are loading.
I'm going to see if that's in here.
Late scratch.
Who's a late scratch?
6. 6 was a late scratch.
Oh, who's a late scratch? No, so that it does not have the 7 having been entered before. So it was not a scratch.
Something happened. That's,
Yeah.
I mean, for it to go on a month. And it I'm not sure where. It's not like it went somewhere else, probably for Cassie. I mean, maybe it's the other Cassie in the 8, Oldie.
Slippers is going forward next.
2, 4, 8 whiz. Good luck.
Now, Time for Peace. Eternal Mandate. Deaver Encounter to the outside.
Beaver Encounter?
They're at the post. And runners away. Awful break for Bundalay at the back. Also slow into stride, Bella Coco and Ensley. Good start for Lucky Win Coco heading off for the early lead. Time for Peace is away in good shape. So the two with race experience head off for the early advantage. Ducking over is passed by both Deaver Encounter and Eternal Mandate. Then it's back to Ensley, and at the back is Bundalay. To the far turn they go. They move by the 3 furlong grounds.
Good.
Lucky Win.
So
Coco
far.
has the lead. Time for Peace is second. Tripped out in a beautiful way. Eternal Mandate third. Asta Quicken fourth is Slippers. Draws within 5 lengths of the lead. 6 ahead of Ensley as they race for home. They went 21-4 for the opening quarter. They're off the turn. They're in the stretch drive. The leader, Lucky Win Coco, by a length and a half. Getting through at the rail. Slippers is charging hard now. Eighth of a mile to go. Great trip for Slippers. She has the kick to back it up. It's Slippers 8-5 in front and going away. Slippers and Miguel Vasquez report home a 4-length win.
People just knew.
They did. All right, y'all. Thank you for being here. Hit the like, hit the subscribe as you enjoy your Saturday evening. Root for the Mariners tomorrow against the Blue Jays. Unless you're a Blue Jays fan, that's okay. We will see if they can clinch to go to the World Series, Oldie. Any other thoughts before we depart?
Go Mariners. We'll be rooting for them against the Dodgers, hopefully.
Yes, I'm with you. No scrat.
No
No
scrat.
game 7. No scrat. But I know you're a Jays fan. Yes, Gary. Go Mavs. All right, Oldie. Hit the like. Hit the subscribe. Any last words?
Famous last words, but I'm not sure what they are.
All right. Thanks, all. Have a good weekend.
I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue.
That's my last words.